Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh,
Eric,
no.
you're making a ton of random noise.
I thought I heard like a pop can open.
That was just my natural sounds that I make, my knees.
Your knees make
I
that
need to make
sound?
that noise sometimes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aaron.
Like a
I'm
Terminator.
Rick.
I'm Shane.
Damn it, Calvin.
I
No.
made less noise than
Hi,
Eric.
everybody.
I am Calvin.
It's all falling off the wheels, and we haven't even started yet.
Yeah, we're late. Sorry, we're late.
Sorry, we are
We were
late.
finishing up mailbag.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Calvin's birthday, so make sure you check it out.
Yes, awesome, exciting.
Birthday
as
mailbag
always.
part 2 for Calvin.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We got a new tablecloth. We're going to use in our reactions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Could be a background, too.
You'll have to check out mailbag to see what that tablecloth is.
Uh-huh.
you will. But
It'll be posted Sunday.
this is the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not the last. It's the next to the last podcast before WaveCon.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is coming up quick. If you guys haven't heard about that, that is a
And too bad.
Too late.
that is a convention in downtown Columbus, Ohio, where a bunch of fans and ourselves, Blind Wave fans, not just fans in general,
Yeah.
particularly of Blind Wave.
Yeah.
Maybe some random Columbus people. I don't
Sure.
know. We
There's
couldn't
always-
book the whole
yeah,
city.
there'll be one.
We tried.
Yeah.
Didn't work out this time.
Maybe next year.
But that's going to be August 3rd through August 10th.
Yeah, it's a whole week of activities. I mean, just you don't have to be there for the whole week, obviously.
just-
But if you're around the area, you're in the Midwest, you want to make a drive, come over, see 5 guys that I guess you like. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
more,
you don't
check
like
it
us.
out.
Maybe you want to murder.
more information on our Discord.
give
There's
them
at
You
least
murder us at
one.
WaveCon. Perfect opportunity.
I know there's at least one.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
That prank that Jim did. Maybe think of that.
From The Office?
Yeah.
I don't know which one you're
Such an
thinking
out
of,
of context
but I'm
Yeah.
laugh.
I'm imagining all of them, and I like what you're
Thinking
saying.
of murder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Of course. A very good one. I've seen it, even though I haven't watched the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, anything particularly
Nah,
exciting
I just
and
don't.
fun this week that anyone got involved in? This past week, I mean. Not that you can see the future.
I had my first like Pokemon Go like stream. Like I did a test of it like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, but I had like my first Pokemon Go one. I walked around from like 6 till like, well, I was gonna go to 9, and then in the last hour, I ran across like 4 guys who dropped 2 lures in an area over in the park. So I just sat and talked with them. They're talking about some fool who was like, oh, he was gonna be our buddy was gonna be a streamer. He paid $1,000 to get streaming stuff and whatnot. And he hasn't. His 1.5 viewers. and he was like, he quit. He just kept all his stuff though.
1.5.
1.5.
That's what they
Where's
said.
the one guy from?
I don't know. It was probably him.
What's your asshole?
Like they were
You're
just,
the asshole.
but it was fun talking to them about like just Pokemon and stuff like that, and then they just kept riffing on their friend who always goes all out on like something. Like it was
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, and it was board games, and it was Rainbow Six Siege. For a while there, people thought it was Rick because they were talking about. They're like, it must be Rick, and then they said like Siege and Counter Strike and League of Legends and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's not Rick.
No,
Yeah.
that's not right.
Rick
But-
does not
So
like
he goes
first-person
like he has
shooters.
these short spurts of intensity for something he's passionate about, and then he gives up.
Yeah, they don't work out or whatever, but yeah, but they were like, we're just riffing on him. So it was fun hanging out with them for a little bit.
Good
But,
guys, good friends.
But the stream itself went pretty well. I had a lot of viewers, so thank you everyone who was watching that. Calvin randomly just showed up. Like, Aaron, he yelled at me at a stoplight.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw Melanie, and then Shane just hunted me down. He was driving around with like the stream open, trying, where's the at?
Yeah, and I don't. My phone's broke, so I'm on my iPad driving like Happy Gilmore, like that worm. I was like driving, looking around. Finally, was able to locate him from his background.
Yeah, he found me, and we talked for a little bit, and then he left. And I was walking down the street, and then he honked, and I waved at him, and he was like waving.
No, I wasn't waving.
I know
I was waving.
you were
Blind waving.
No, he was waving, right? I was
Yeah.
like, oh look, there goes Shane, guys, he's leaving, bye. And then like as
the
he
other
went
direction,
as
though.
he went down the street, he honked like 5 more times. And then I realized there were people over here, and then there were people over here, and then there were people over here, and he just honk, honk, like he's blind waving the street, guys.
Blind wave the whole city. Can't just stop him. He's on a rampage.
It was just really funny.
That's cool.
So, but no, Pokemon Day went really well. The very end of the stream, I caught a shiny Swablu.
Oh, that's
Which is
cool.
yellow. and-
Swablu, don't know what
yeah.
that is.
That's the one that takes 400
It's
candies
like
to
it's like
evolve.
Gyarados.
Yeah.
kind of,
Jesus.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
I caught one of those the other day.
I caught a shiny one of those,
randomly.
which was exciting. And then I also maxed out my a hunter. I haven't had a max character on World of Warcraft in a long time. And I
okay.
did that this past week as well. So
A long time.
what? What are you lying about? my WoW character? No, me and Melanie started playing WoW again. So
Okay.
that's
that's
been
cool.
fun. There's
Sweet.
a new expansion coming out and stuff. So one of my mods said that I can probably raid with them, so I might be trying to raid with them. It's Josh.
Sweet,
yeah.
sweet.
Oh, cool.
My week, I had.
So you can finally start having sex, at least in the virtual world.
Huh? Sorry, I've had it 4 times,
You're
Rick.
so innocent.
Isn't that a lot? Isn't 4 times a lot?
I
Yes,
walked
Aaron.
in one time, he had his phone
You're
on,
okay.
he was jacking off.
That's 4 times more than I have.
But, no, I had some people asking if I was going to stream World of Warcraft, but I don't know if it's a thing
If
that
you're gonna play it,
people want,
yeah.
but maybe.
Try it out.
Russ watches World of Warcraft streams all the time.
Does he?
Ooh.
I had
Who's
a
our
thing this
target
week
audience?
where I was by myself and I did something that I was so embarrassed. I was like embarrassed in my own presence.
Yeah.
So I woke up, and as you do, men have
Urges.
body things in the morning where
Sure.
they can't control it, and you got to piss.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
And
you maybe had to do a fucking handstand.
You had to do, yeah, you know. But in my house, in front of my toilet, I have a slanted wall that
Yes.
slants
so
towards
he
my
just
face.
pisses on the wall.
No, I
It goes
don't.
into
Let me
it.
tell the story.
Bounces
trying
off.
trying to out-story me, okay? What I usually do is I lean forward, rest my head right on that wall. There's a little spot where my head goes. Now, I've done it so much. It's so great though. So you have
so
to
gross.
you have to do that Michael Jackson lean forward.
Eric, you
know,
can't do
as
that.
we all know.
Forward.
I do pretty good.
Let me see it. Go do
You
it.
guys gotta let me tell my story. Okay, so I'm leaning forward, and I had my headphone in, my
Yeah.
one headphone because I'm deaf.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I had my headphone in. I was holding it on my phone. I think I was naked. I was doing this. I was like tired. I was like, and I feel the headphone fall out of my ear, and it was a really long cord, and it hits the stream of my urine. I'm like, oh, and it goes like into the bowl, and I'm pissing onto it. I'm like, oh no! And I go to grab it with my other hand, but that was the hand I was using to point down. So then I go up like this, and I start pissing all over the wall, and because of the angle, it hit my chest. I'm like, oh, like this. And I sat there after I was all done. I was like, what the hell am I doing? This is the first thing that happened to me. It was like 3 days ago.
This is why you sit down, Eric.
I know. I woke up. And it was just a. I don't know how to say it. It was like a stream of just terrible things that happened to me.
Well, yeah.
It was
like
a
the
stream.
angle
It was.
of the thing to that. Right.
was a stream.
I was so pissed.
That's about as on par, I think, with my dad. Well, the deal that happened to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
When I was in high school, I might have been junior high, my dad came home. He was piss-ass drunk, okay? It's one of the ones
Oh,
where he
yeah.
basically parked in the yard,
Yeah.
and I was walking by the bathroom down my hallway to my bedroom, okay? And I looked to I glanced in there because the door was open. He was in piss, and it looked like he was ready to fall over. Went to my room, threw down my backpack, walked back out to watch Dragon Ball Z, okay? When I look back in the, into the bathroom, he was fucking falling backwards, like in the bathtub, pissing. Oh! He was like pissing everywhere on himself, and I was like, and just I know he wouldn't want help. He wouldn't want me to mention it. So I just went in the living room, never said anything.
See, I never hear stories like this when people just sit down, pee, and leave. You're
Yeah.
fine. You're
Nothing
safe.
exciting happens to those people.
See,
Yeah.
the only time I had anything like that happen, I forget how old I was. It was before I went to Cutler. So it would have been like second grade or before that. And we had a pool out back.
Yeah.
And where the pool was, there were like crawdads and stuff sometimes because it was wetter there.
Yeah.
And they would get into the mud and whatnot. So there was a hole in the ground, kind of close to the pool, and I think my dad peed in the hole or something like that. And me being like a little, I want to do that. So I pulled out my trunks and started peeing into this hole. And my mom goes, Aaron, the neighbor lady's looking. And I went, huh? And I looked up, my hand slipped off my trunks and pulled back up into me and pushed it just straight up into my mouth.
Oh man!
It's terrible. Terrible.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Jesus. And the neighbor lady was looking.
She wasn't even there.
man.
My mom was joking.
Trolled you?
There was no neighbor lady. They're laughing at me.
That's the worst.
I'm trying to wash my mouth. And so, it's terrible. I hate it.
I feel like you told this story once, and I just remember.
I don't think I
I'm
remember
equally
hearing
grossed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my worst people.
One of my dad's
Yeah.
favorite stories is...
Man, I'm sorry I derailed the podcast
Yeah.
already.
So wait, was that your favorite moment of the week? Was pissing on your face?
It was just a moment that happened to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying it's necessarily favorite. It was a great moment in history for me because I think this happened and I can't not think of it. I can't not think of that would happen.
To deal with piss, one of my dad's favorite stories. When my mom and him first got married, they had a farmhouse in Sutton that sometime we'd go on vacation in. It was the worst thing ever because there's no computers or internet or video games or anything like that. Shane would have loved it.
Maybe.
But I would also go and catch crawdads.
I wasn't trying to catch it. I was trying to piss on one
wow.
down in a hole somewhere. Like, it's down there. I'm going to get him.
I would catch them.
Just run from that piss.
Giant
And then you piss on yourself. Such sweet
Imagine
justice.
looking up, there's a giant with his dick out chasing you and trying to piss it.
And the dick is just real small.
You're running through the alleys and stuff, you know?
I was an accident-prone child.
Yes, he was.
So I had a bucket full of crawdads, and I was so excited to show my new father.
Were you gonna eat 'em?
To gain his approval,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
That I was also a man who could provide.
Yeah.
And so
You're
I-
still trying to prove it.
And so I ran towards what I thought was the farmhouse, but was actually a different farm, and there was an electric fence between me and there that I did not see. And so I ran into this fence and got shocked.
Yep.
It was unpleasant.
That's always a terrible feeling.
Later that day, Dad, in order to overcome my fear of this fence, had me touch it with wet grass, which shocked me.
How's that overcome?
It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And later convinced me that I should try peeing on the said fence, which I also did,
No.
and yet again shocked me. And he
No.
discovered I was a very gullible child and no longer tried these things with me.
He was.
Wow.
What did it feel like when you pissed on the fence?
It was
Like someone flicking really hard?
no. I mean,
Ugh.
I've been shocked a lot in my life.
Yeah.
My dick?
It feels like that, but it's more delayed, and it kind of goes in circles around your balls for a little bit, and then kind of shoots back out and then up. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I pissed
Sounds
on
good.
one when I was like 5 or 6, like in the horses in front of our house. We had electrical fence.
Eric, it's just like the battery thing that you do.
And Zach, I remember Zach pissed on it, but didn't shock him. I think he had more of a a shower.
Yeah,
I had a heavy stream,
sure.
so I'm like, well, he doing it, I can do it. I pissed on it, and it just like when you get shocked, it's like a punch, like to the
Yeah.
inside. But it was like a punch to my dick.
Yeah.
Well, like it's a punch everywhere, but you feel in your dick first. It's like when you
Yeah.
touch your hand, you feel in your hand first.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like
like,
you
you
feel
feel
your-
it here,
Yeah.
then here, then here.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's like
When I-
dick and then here. You know?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I boldly grabbed an electric fence, and it felt like a giant hand slapped my back. Is what
Yeah.
it felt
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
It's like bam, like ah.
But I'm pretty sure because of that incident, Evelyn will have superpowers
Oh, that'd
in
be
the
good.
future.
Really?
So,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's
What
good.
kind
would
of
like
powers
that.
will she have, Rick?
Electricity?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Maybe cool.
One of my favorite things of the week is the Blind Wave crew. We're working out together, and we're all getting a lot stronger. So I'm not as strong as I was, but it's exciting to see the numbers grow. So I do the math in my head. I'm like, oh, wow, by this time next month, I'll be this strong. So that's always fun to see. We got everything mapped out, recording people's progress. So
I haven't made any progress.
yeah,
yet.
Cal's made none. I wasn't going to mention that at all. I wasn't going to mention that.
For
but-
transparency, I had a tooth pulled. I haven't started working out yet because I didn't want the clot to
I haven't
shoot
made
out
any
and stuff.
progress.
Yeah, but you had a strong base.
But you've
I know, I
at
just like
least
hearing you
yeah.
But now me and Aaron are both stronger than that base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet checking out, do you?
What?
Because I was holding back last time we did it.
What's going on right now with the fucking podcast? Right now.
We can't
Bring
do
the
that.
internet with us.
Bring the internet.
I would totally do that if I was rewarded with something.
You can have some ramen noodles.
Fucking the paddle.
I'm gonna have it anyway.
Slap me in the paddle. Yeah.
That's not a reward. It's a responsibility.
That's Tuesday.
I'll make
Yeah.
ramen
That's
noodles
every
for
day.
you
That's a
for
fucking
lunch.
Tuesday for
How's
us.
that, Eric? That way you're
And we'll
sure
put
not
water
to
in it,
forget the
too.
water. Yeah.
You guys are always.
I never said anything at all except that one time.
You guys are always working out whenever I'm putting videos up in the morning.
Well, I'll come in like in the morning real early.
I ain't gonna come in earlier. That's not a solution for me.
Why? You live over there.
Yeah, but that's still early in the morning.
I have to wake up real early to get here.
You stay later.
Or stay, I
Stay later.
Yesterday I stayed later
Yeah.
and did it. Yeah.
I prefer to do that. Yeah,
But yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
I prefer to work out in the afternoon rather than the morning.
I'm gonna work
Testosterone's
out.
higher in the morning for men. This is also why you got the boner too in the morning.
Every morning.
Yeah.
I look. What?
Tent.
It stayed on his.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess it's Eric's boner.
So I'm always wanting to get on in the morning. Joy's always wanting to get on at night. Pisses me off.
At least she wants to get on sometime. That's good.
Yeah, but all the fucking time at night, you know, fucking tired.
Tired.
I'm tired.
After
tonight,
a hard day
baby,
of blind
I'm
wave.
Bust my fucking ass here
Honey,
watching TV.
I've been watching TV all day. I'm too tired.
It's mentally taxing.
Why don't you do the work? I'll lay here. People still get morning erections. Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
It's all history of mankind.
Yeah.
Every morning.
It's actually just on Men's Health about if you don't get it, you should go see a urologist.
I would rather have a morning erection than have that random high school math class erection.
That was
Yeah.
because
Mine wasn't
hated
random.
that.
It was because the
Very-
girl in front of me is sitting in those chairs like this or back arched. And I'm always, you know, trying to think of just some ugly ass old woman. You know what I mean?
Well, math class, and they're like, okay, Aaron,
You
why
have
don't
to-
you show us how to do this problem?
And you have to flip that
yeah.
shit up,
Oh,
you know what
no.
I mean? Make sure your shirt's out like this.
Zach,
Jesus,
got it,
man.
Shane.
My bad.
You just hit it so
Every
many times in a
time.
row.
You hit it like 4 times.
But no, yeah, I hate that.
Maybe it wasn't so much where as who was teaching math
I
class.
remember,
What was it like for you,
I
Calvin?
remember a friend of mine.
No, I
uh,
would get boners
actually-
in math class too.
One
But-
of my memories of
But why?
that would, okay.
I mean, I taught myself, so apparently I'm just that sexy.
You just jack off to yourself or stand in front of a mirror. So, jack and then jack
Okay.
off on.
No, he's not. No, it's you didn't in math class. You didn't just stand up and start jacking off. You had a boner. You had a boner.
No, I'm alluding back because he's so attractive. The
To
natural
be fair,
progression will be to jack off
It's not
to
natural.
himself.
Shane's impulse control is very low.
Yeah, true. There's a friend, Michael.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I remember one of my memories of him in high school. I can't remember which grade we were in, but there was a friend of ours, Corey.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the last name was, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, Corey was kind of much quieter and shy and stuff like that. And Michael was a little bit more outspoken. You know, he was like a football player and
Yeah.
whatnot, and all that kind of stuff, right? So
Wasn't that good, but yeah.
no, I didn't say he was. He was just, he was more outgoing.
Yeah.
He was tall,
How
he
many
was
games of
tan,
football did he play?
he was handsome.
Was he like the jock type?
Scored 2 touchdowns on both. They were
Yeah.
paper.
Was that ever official?
Yeah, but could've been.
Scrimmages? That's not
Scrimmage,
Could have been.
scrimmage.
Sounds like he was better than you.
He wasn't in his position.
Don't they
Seems like he
scrimmage
was.
people that are like not that good so they can get
No, we
practice?
scrimmaged Warren. One thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Warren High School
Warren High School was
football
not a good
sucked.
Well, they
football
were our
team.
rivals.
Yeah, but
Just-
they weren't good.
But Yeah.
Not when I was there, but
The-
before I was there. they
Probably
were-
why
they
you
were-
guys weren't good
they were-
either,
The band
They were
was
okay,
good
because
though.
you didn't have any competition.
The band was.
The band was really
I
good.
heard
band is
Isn't the
world
Waterford
class.
band like all state or some shit?
Waterford?
Yeah, Waterford has like an
Oh.
amazing band.
I don't know. Marietta.
I don't think Waterford does.
That's 'cause we
Warren
knocked 'em down.
definitely
Waterford
does.
may now, but I don't know. But Warren used to have a really good band.
Yeah.
Anyway, my conversation was saying about like I remember because it was about the boner thing, and somehow Michael started talking to Corey about whenever you're in the morning and you get a boner, you just gotta take care of that thing. That way you don't get one in class, whatever. And he was like, he went over like sat down on his lap and was like talking to him and stuff. And this kid was just kind of like,
Yeah.
Just trying to make him feel comfortable.
yeah, he was and stuff. But he's like, you just gotta take care of that in the morning and stuff. You don't have to worry about it through the day. Like,
Jeez.
I don't know why. I just
Oh
remember
my
that. It was
gosh.
just
Kevin Nash, the wrestler, always says, like, whenever you're going out to bars to pick up women, you have to go into the restroom and, like,
what?
get one off before you go back with her so that,
You just
You're
do
a
that
man.
before you go out.
Just do it before you go out, man.
Just pregame.
That's terrible. Do it in the bathroom.
But
You-
speaking of
like
doing
now,
it,
Well, now that I'm older, I mean, if I get off in the morning, I'm kind of like good. You know what I mean?
but
Personally.
speaking of doing it in math class, when we were in
Doing it in math class.
speaking of jacking off in math class,
Oh my god.
in middle school, one grade below us, a kid was jacking it off during a proficiency test.
Yeah.
I'll tell you 2
What'd he
stories right
score?
here. I'll tell you two stories. I'll tell you 3. One, this girl named, a woman who will not be named, whacked me off in Spanish class when I watched a video too, and she did it like this, hitting against my leg. You know what I mean?
I cannot imagine that working, but okay.
It ended up working. I was like trying to grab her hand, like, "Don't do this," and she's like, "It hurts my wrist." Like, "Just do it." And another story is this kid got caught whacking off in the bathroom in the gymnasium to a picture of the girls' tennis team from like 1970. So I was walking to the bathroom when Keith Wenzel and Zach Russell were running out, going, "Oh my God, go, go, go!" Then he comes running out of the bathroom, pulling his pants up. Wait! They're still holding this picture. You know what I mean?
Wait, so
Oh
And
my
the stories, they
gosh.
walked in. He was in the bathroom on the floor, like not in a stall, on the floor, laying down.
Here's your
If I could get
example.
on the table without breaking, I would. He was laying down, and what happened was one shoe was off because he was doing this, holding it, looking up, just jacking off. Yeah.
wait, so this picture was like on the wall. He took it
He
off
took
the
it
wall
off the
and
wall.
took it to the bathroom.
Went to the bathroom, had this. You talk about
Jesus.
you talk about me having these compulsions. This man had a compulsion he cannot ignore. Okay.
Jeez.
That is a bold strategy.
That is
Like not even in a stall.
Well, granted, like not a lot of people because it's during
Was
lunch.
was he laying like across two stalls in the
No,
bathroom?
he was
No,
laying
on the
like you
floor.
walk in the bathroom, he's there.
like under the sinks.
No, he was just like in the middle of the fucking floor.
How is that possible?
You know the
Possible. He
You know
did.
the post like jack off shame you might have sometimes. When
Yeah,
people-
oh, yeah.
when- you know, like
Yeah,
can
you
you
think,
imagine
why the
like,
hell did I do
can you
this?
imagine putting that back up on the wall, like. And then you walk by with everybody and you look at it like.
Is it, you mean that thing like where you're like you finish up and then you realize, well, what the fuck am I watching?
Well, it's like,
Well, it's like 20 minutes. I could have done something productive.
I hope
I don't feel good
hope
about
it wasn't
this.
a picture of his mom or something.
I mean, he didn't even know. Yeah. Man.
Ugh.
And another story is, and I should say
How
that
many
was,
stories you got?
It's a lot of jack off stories.
and his other
You just opened up a whole file.
and his other kid,
Oh,
drive
wing.
partition.
McKittrick, this motherfucker, he was whacking off in a VOAG building in a stall, and the stall was the only stall that had the door ripped off.
What?
So the kids kept writing like like graffiti on it. So the janitor just took the door off, so he had to shit in shame with the
Yeah.
door. You know what I mean?
I hate those.
So like, and it was there was 3 stalls. He's in the middle, no door, whacking off, and guess who comes running in there? Herr Andrus, Mr. Andrus, who he used to work with. He's the teacher. He comes running the classroom. Hey, everybody, McKittrick jacking off. This teacher, everyone
no.
was like,
Teacher
30
did?
people, men, women, children, they all running there. Ah! And he's like, no! You know what I mean? He's sitting here just like, trying to cover himself.
The teacher did
The
it?
teacher,
That's-
yeah, Herr Andrus,
terrible.
hey, everybody, look.
I guess you would never do it again.
It's like
And he brings it up. Man, I caught fucking McKittrick jacking off. And he just casually tells the story.
Yeah.
I get like a teacher
Jeez.
like if a kid falls asleep fucking with him or whatever.
Yeah, which didn't happen too. Yeah.
But man, that's just
That's
Yeah.
just
Another
that's
level.
Shaming a
Yeah.
child. You know?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. We should have been jacking off in school.
I mean,
kid's
he-
17
he
years old.
Shouldn't have.
Do you think the advent of smartphones has gotten rid of graffiti from bathrooms?
Oh,
Because it used
yeah.
to be like you take a
No.
shit and you would write stuff.
I
Or
never-
people
I
have
ne-
something to do, you know?
I never did
I,
graffiti.
just,
in
I feel like I
bathrooms.
just
I never
notice
did
it way
either,
less these days.
But there's definitely still graffiti.
I mean, the truck stops. Yeah, Calvin, I know.
The places you go have graffiti, Calvin.
Shut up.
Calvin, you're supposed to write someone else's number.
Then how would they ever get a hold of you?
For a good time.
So I mean, I don't think the teacher should have really done that. But then again, that motherfucker, 17 years old, knows not to jack off in school with the fucking stall door open in front of everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
In
a
public-
large number of whack-off stories in your school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I
wonder about what about Marietta? Like, made people like,
want to just
less
jack off.
It's like Smallville. It's like something happened.
Like,
to,
yeah. Like
that,
the meteorites.
yeah.
It makes
Made
everyone jack
everyone
off.
start jacking off.
Yeah, meteor freaks, man.
Dude, I didn't-
Jacking off.
Jack off freaks.
Except for just jacking
Like,
off.
they get this urge.
There's like
They're
one
like,
kid that doesn't jack off. He's Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
I barely liked going to the bathroom at high school, let alone going to. jack
Why? I
off.
hated
I
school.
never went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think you told me that
Well,
you.
I used to
Well,
have a-
you never took a piss.
Nope.
Really?
Never.
I took pisses all the time, especially to get out of class.
The first time I ever did it at somewhere that wasn't like a relative's house was when I first went to Kelly's Bright Bill's house for the first time. We were playing werewolf, and we were like joining around campfire stuff, and I had this terrible diarrhea, and I had to go.
no.
So
Yeah.
I
Good
did.
time to drive
and then
home.
From then it was fine. And
Yeah.
I could do it wherever. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
But-
that first time. You got to get over
Wait,
it.
that would have been like in college.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember you telling me like when I met you, like you never do that.
never.
I think mine, like I remember being like a point where like I had to go to the bathroom at home. Grandma's house didn't matter. I had to go home. Home is where I held it and waited till I got home.
You waited, you got home.
Yeah, like I would. That's where
See,
I would have
You
to go to
wouldn't
the
shit
bathroom.
your grandma's house?
No,
But she
See,
loves
I-
you.
she had that fucking.
No, after he
no,
shit.
she had that toilet seat that was like a cushion.
Fuzzy.
Oh
And
yeah, I hate
I
those.
hated it. It was like
Oh,
a cushion.
yeah.
It was squishy. You know.
My grandma had that too.
I hated
Yeah, mine
those.
did too. Your ass sticks to it.
I
I
hate
know.
those
Yeah,
things.
you're like you get like you get up
Yeah,
and like it has to peel off.
Sound like a fucking zipper.
I guess the thing though, like I would pee in places.
Yeah.
Like I would use a urinal or whatever, but I would never have to sit on the toilet.
Well, like I would shit. Like I mean, I've done it, but like I had like a paranoia. Like I hated shit in other people's houses. Like in high school, if I was at a girl's house, I would never ever take a shit.
Yeah.
Ever. That was like for me like a rule. It's weird 'cause I met my wife Like, she'd shit at my parents' house. Like, what? You gotta go. You gotta go. What's wrong with you? You don't
Yeah.
do that. This ain't Texas. You know what I mean? You just shit anywhere.
Melanie would not. She would.
Texas.
She also had to be home and stuff too. Like I remember she come over to my family's house and stuff. She wouldn't even use the bathroom.
She wouldn't
Yeah,
do it
I had a
at
girl-
home while other people were over.
Yeah, she'd be afraid someone would hear her. She didn't want people to know. She
Exactly.
couldn't
I had
do all this
there's
stuff.
a girl I knew.
Oh my God.
Like-
she shits. What?
There's a girl I knew who wouldn't let me go to her house, like 30 minutes until 30 minutes after she could have taken a shit.
Oh my God.
Like if she had
What?
she had to take a piss. Did you hear me taking a piss? I'm like, no. She okay, good, because I'm trying to take a piss real quietly. It's like she wouldn't let me enter like her house, not like her room, but because her bathroom is connected to her bedroom, but her house. Like you can't come over, I just took a shit. I'm like, how long has it been? It's only been like 15 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, and Zach would drive me there. Like, you got to wait outside in the car. I'm like, why? She's so subconscious about it.
Wait
so
too long.
weird.
She gotta go again.
And then Joy's like, well, just do it. Yeah. Just shit. You gotta go, you gotta go.
Everyone does. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, I
We've
don't.
been together so long. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I can be in the room.
Yeah, same thing. I could. Joy's
The
gonna
only thing
take
she
a shit.
hate-
Joy
no,
took a
no.
long, big ass shit the other day. Took a picture of it. Showed to me last night. It was like this long. I gotta take a. I gotta show you this shit. I'm
Oh,
like,
great.
yeah. Like, okay, they don't know about this, but in mailbag we got really realistic looking fake.
You told
fake
people,
shit.
but yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay.
I didn't hear about it.
What?
Okay,
It's
well, I put the
hilarious.
fake shit on her pillow, like made the cats or some shit on there.
Remember that plastic poop we got?
Yeah.
So what happened was I put it there and I heard her. She came out of the bathroom and I was like in the kitchen looking at her, and I started to go, great, just great. You know what I mean? She's walking towards it. She's like, oh, okay. Fake shit.
I thought it was like I'm like, what did she think? Like the
Just
kid
shit,
pooped in her
just shit right on her pillow.
It's just terrible.
Right.
We had a cat that would shit on my mom's side of the bed because the
like a
cat
vendetta.
apparently
I hate
took
cats.
the cat took an exception to her from giving him bath and like feeding it and taking good care of it and brushing it and everything like
I'll
that.
give you something.
Yeah, it just took an exception to her and just would only shit on her half of my parents' bed.
Did she get rid of it?
I mean, we put it outside, and it was then an outside cat.
And it wasn't shitting on no bed anymore.
Nope.
I'll tell you what, my Aunt Beverly, they had dogs, and they had a ton of cats too, but these dogs they had a room where they just shit in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember my Uncle
Yeah.
Dave would
Jesus.
see this shit and just punch these dogs in the face as hard as he could. Yeah, man. I'm like, you're making them punch drunk. That's why they shit everywhere. I just remember, and these dogs are like, what does Gus have again? A Great Dane. They had 3 Great Danes, and these shits were bigger than like my 12-year-old shits.
Yeah.
Like big old piles of shit.
Yeah.
Just shit in the
You
carpet.
have 12-year-old shits?
As a
When I was a
12-year-old
12-year-old
kid,
kid.
Oh,
12-year-old
okay.
shits.
My
Yeah.
12-year-old kid,
He
I
didn't
just shit.
save them and
I look
store
at it.
them.
It looked
Okay, I
like
was
some
gonna
grown
say.
man came in here and shit on the carpet. You know what I mean?
crazy.
Like that one guy you said who, in a podcast, he wants to shit on someone's grave.
Yeah.
And he knows it's immoral, but he's going to do it.
Yeah, I remember having like, we had a farmhouse that we lived on, and we had stray cats that came over.
Yeah.
And like my mom decided that she was gonna like feed them because they were always hungry and they didn't
Yeah.
have anywhere to go. And then some of them started to stay, and then they had babies, and then their babies had babies. You know, and we had like 23 cats at one point, just outside, stray cats. We didn't own any cats. They were just stray cats that had babies, and they kept having more babies, and they were there.
Well, that's your mistake there. It's because
It was my mistake. I didn't do it.
a hungry
I was
cat.
a little like second grader boy.
Okay. But a hungry cat is a bad cat because a
I-
hungry cat is a cat that can't hunt for itself.
Okay.
We had outside cats that we never fed, and they wouldn't get hungry
it'd be
because they
fine.
would find stuff to eat.
We
Yeah,
never,
that's the thing,
we never
yeah.
bothered putting water out for our
Yeah.
cats either. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes with food, but
Cats are pretty reliant
Yeah.
on
So
themselves.
But you had cats.
We had cats.
We had a whole bunch of cats that like they named them all. I hated it. And then
Is
we
that
had,
why you hate cats?
And then we had to move.
I mean, one of
you
the
know what
reasons.
happens when you got to move and you had all these cats, and then they decided they didn't want to get rid of these cats. We had to put them in boxes and take them to the house from like Barlow down to Bartlett where I was gonna live.
23 cats in a boxes?
We left 2 of them behind. One was so mean it would not let you touch it, and we could not pick it up, and we let it go. The other one, its eye was hanging out, and we didn't want to take it with us.
Oh, Jesus.
Sounds like a terrible experience with cats you've had.
Jeez.
Left it there. The only other, yeah. Dude, I remember coming in, like I would ride my bike, right? And like the cars were parked, and we had a carport, and I'd be riding my bike, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna park it on the carport, and I had to be going between these 2 cars. It's big enough for my bike to go through, so I'm not worried about that. There's a cat, and I see it on the other side of the car behind the wheel, like looking at me, and I'm like kind of slowing down. I'm like, okay, You staying? Okay. And I just keep going. And right when I get almost to the end, it darts out, and I run it over with my bike. I'm like, what the fuck? And I jump off and lift it up, and it takes off running. I'm like, you dumb cat! I hate you.
Sounds like Bartlett just sucks.
It wasn't Bartlett. It was a cat. I hate that cat.
Yeah, but you talk about these cats are in Bartlett. Bartlett sucks. It's
We
not the
did have a
cats.
marijuana plant growing on the playground once.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Bartlett, man, sucks.
I mean, teachers
What?
they have to take a break sometime.
We have an Indian burial ground behind Bartlett too.
we're in Marietta, Ohio. There's everywhere.
No, this one
Remember
though
this-
is a. I feel like we told this before,
Yeah,
but
you
like,
guys have told this story.
Rick and I, like, when we were in it would have been 7th grade, I think. Our science teacher was the homeroom teacher for 6th grade, which
Yeah.
my sister was in, and we had to. The 7th graders had to gather a whole bunch of like Indian artifact-looking things.
Mm-hmm.
So we brought in like bone, like it looked
Oh,
like a
okay, I
tomahawk
remember
bone
this story.
piece and moccasins and jewelry and stuff, and we buried it out back behind Bartlett in the ground. And then the 6th graders for science had to go out and they had to mark it and like dig in like these 1 foot by 1 foot sections and like try to find what's in there. And Rick was filming it for, what was it for? Like she said it was for like.
It was for like a museum or something.
Yeah, it's like they want to see us unearth this. It's like they're not sitting professionals. You 6th graders are gonna unearth this.
Unearth it. It's like 2 inches underneath the earth.
So yeah, it wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
So like they did that, and then eventually it got out. Like at first they were all like, "Oh God, look at this! It's so cool."
Yeah.
And then it got out that it was us that did it. One of our class let it slip. So she was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna rebury it, and we're gonna wait until some years when everyone's out of Bartlett, and then we can do it again, and no one knows, and the secret won't get out." And now Bartlett shut down, and all that shit's still buried back there. I'm just waiting for the day when someone finds it, like, shit, there's an Indian burial ground back here.
And they like bulldoze the school that way.
Yeah,
They can
exactly.
like
They're going through
maintain
and
the
just like,
preserve
oh,
it.
shit, now it's a historical landmark
Yeah.
or some shit. Because it's built up on a hill.
That's
Yeah.
a hell of a story. Like, if that happened, it becomes a historical
Like,
landmark.
we saved it. Oh.
Yeah, it's like how urban legends get started.
Oh, man. Alrighty.
Ooh, all
I
right.
have we-
should go bury some shit.
we should.
Very-
We
Yeah,
should.
let's just go.
Oh man,
That,
She was over there from that story still. It's
that
uncomfortable.
conversation went weird.
it did, as you normally do.
Like a piss story all the
be
way.
honest.
Yeah,
to
so that's what
Indian-
happened to me this week.
All the way to Indian burial grounds.
Well, you know us. Once we get onto the piss or shit line, it just goes. I have 2 more stories I could say, but I feel like it's excessive.
Yeah.
Has
yeah.
everyone told their favorite thing of the week?
I think it was just me.
Pokemon Go, World of Warcraft for
Pokemon
my
Go.
wife. It was fun.
Lifting,
I got
lifting
I got
weights.
birthday presents. That was pretty awesome.
Okay. That's it.
I can't think of anything right now, but I'm sure there's something. But it's fine.
Oh,
Too late. No, I'm just kidding.
I like that thing that you did with Marietta College. That was kind of fun.
Failed out?
I can't say that because
I know.
Someone may be
but
watching it.
between
Yeah.
us, I like that thing.
I have to tell it later. I'll tell this story later if it progresses and
Yeah.
transpires into anything. So
What do you mean?
We'll tell it later.
It's just a
You
story.
can't just let the viewers.
Like,
the
I
viewers
wasn't
will be
going to
pissed.
Calvin. Blame him.
You gotta say something
Well,
now.
I was trying to
Make
make it
something
just
up.
It's all
between
Calvin's
you
fault.
and me.
You
I
can't
failed
sorry.
out of class.
You
It's
can't
an
say it-
ongoing prank.
Yeah, you can't say
It's-
it on the podcast.
it's in the
and then
process.
It's a between you and me thing. That's like when Shane was like, it's like that thing with my dad. Remember that? And you're like, I don't know. What do you mean, Shane?
Yeah, but you understood it, so I was counting on him to understand it too. So then it becomes an inside thing.
Yeah.
But
I
you
didn't
drew
remember.
attention to it, and now they want to
No, I
know.
didn't.
You did. You are right now.
So we have a question from Slow Moses that kind of goes into something that we did earlier today. We watched a short film called Answers.
Oh, wasn't that great? Aaron, you weren't here for it. It's just
Oh.
this, I saw this short film. Was it last night or 2 nights
It's
ago?
fucking incredible.
But I saw this. I was like, this is so good. I want to either. Well, we can't react to it because it's not really a reacting thing. I don't want to put it on the podcast because it kind of demands your attention in a way that you don't commentate.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's watch this, guys.
So we watched it. You gotta watch after this. It's really good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really good. But his question, which is on our Discord, and if you ever want to ask us questions, check it out there. Hollywood calls you up and says, we got $200 million. We want you to make a movie. What would the genre, plot, and main star of the film would be?
$200 million.
$200 million. Anyone you want to star. Any genre, any plot.
Christina Hendricks
Fucking.
and The Rock. No, Chris Pratt.
Not yourself.
Will
No, that's
Smith-
the better
Will
version of
Smith,
him.
Christina Hendricks.
No, I picked Christina Hendricks. Damn it.
And what are they doing?
Damn.
Or is this Just a porn.
Hang on. No, it's not.
If it's a porn, you just cast yourself.
No, hang on. I'm working on it. Let them go while I'm concocting it in my head.
All right. I'm still concocting as
I
well.
keep thinking about Star Wars, and I'm like, no, don't think about Star Wars. Think about something else.
Mine would probably be. It would probably be terrible, but I would want to try to make a live-action Berserk. And I would get. Who would I get to star in it?
Lance Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Guts?
Guys, I got it now.
All right, what do you got?
I do need The Rock.
Okay.
All right. So, Christina Hendricks and The Rock are playing companions with Chris Pratt to catch them all. Chris Pratt is Ash. Christina Hendricks is Misty, and The Rock is Brock.
It's ridiculous.
Wouldn't that be great, though?
No.
No.
I think that'd be so good.
Chris Pratt is an 11-year-old boy.
No, it's more modern. Ash is finally aged.
Caught
It's
more
an
than 15
adventure.
Pokemon.
It's an adventure.
Wouldn't he have caught them all by then?
No, it's an adventure. He just started. He's a late bloomer.
But we have evidence of him starting much earlier in his
I
life.
don't know. When he started talking about
It's a reboot.
Berserk, the first thing that popped in my head was Pokemon, and then I couldn't get it out of my head, and I had to say it.
Okay.
Then I was like, who would play Brock? The Rock.
So silly.
Actually, what I would love to make would be a Lovecraft movie. Like, I know Guillermo del Toro has been trying to do it forever. He's been trying to do
Yeah.
At the Mountains of Madness forever. I would give him that money. I would let him do whatever he wanted, and I would tell him to make that movie. I'd also like to see a movie made of I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream, which would also be pretty cool. And that, the voice would need to be Mark Hamill for the evil AI, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as, like, the people goes, who would I want to see terrible, terrible things happen to? Matthew Broderick.
I'll make a movie about a handsome, talented, nerdy actor who's better than everybody, and I'll have Sam Witwer star, and it's a movie about his own life.
Like a biography.
For me, I would have make sure Christopher Nolan would construct a, I don't want to say a universe, but I would have Christopher Nolan reboot Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, kind of like he did Batman Begins, and have a serious movie. Because there's some really serious comics. And actually, I'm a fan of the 3 original movies. I'm a fan of the CG movie, and I'm a fan of the recent Michael Bay movies. But like, I would want like a more serious tone, kind of like the very first movie, something like that. I don't really care who plays the 4 Ninja Turtles, but I was actually going to say I would love to have Sam Witwer in it somehow.
Like Casey Jones, maybe? Could he be
Like
Casey
I would
Jones?
let Sam Witwer cast. I mean, I would let. It's not Sam Witwer. I would let him do it too. I would let Christopher Nolan cast whoever he wanted. I would trust that it would be amazing. Okay, so.
Probably Tom Hardy would be in it. He'd probably be Turtle
But
or
it's funny.
something.
Earlier I
Or
was thinking
Shredder.
Christian
Yeah.
Hendricks as fucking Averill Neal.
Christina Hendricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah.
I could get behind that.
Like in the yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Aaron.
sweet.
You just say that about everything, though. Yeah, I could get behind that.
I mean,
It's a good idea. I like
I
it.
would love that for it to focus on maybe the relationship between Shredder and Splinter, like
Michael Caine as
like
Splinter.
the love story. Like,
Michael Caine.
That would be amazing.
Michael Caine.
Now
being
you
some-
4 boys.
Now, you 4 boys.
Maybe, maybe Splinter. Yeah, I mean, I would like animatronics / CG. So like kind of like they did so well. in
Like a
Pi-
blend.
Yeah, and they did that real well in Pirates of the Caribbean. And like I said, the 2 new movies. I mean, they look great. And they nailed the personalities, but there's something great about the original movies and the suits they had.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, they nailed it really well with the suits and the CG faces. So even that would be amazing for me. I would kill an innocent person as long as I didn't know them and they weren't a child to make this movie get made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have one? Calvin?
Tell me you got anything?
Or do you pass?
I don't know. I have to pass.
All
I've been
right.
trying to think of something good, but
That's fine.
It was all bad, so you just gotta pass. I'm just
well,
Mine was ridiculous, but
it was all bad, and then I had an idea, and then it was similar to yours.
So,
Just not going.
speaking of
Was a good idea.
directors, do you guys want to talk about James Gunn getting kicked off from Guardians of the Galaxy? He did
We
a
can talk about it, yeah.
Yeah. he was the director of the first two.
Mm-hmm.
First
but
two Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
apparently taken off because of some old tweets that were
Some very old tweets, right?
deleted
What was it, 5 years old?
6 years ago.
Okay.
Apparently, he apologized for them 6 years ago as well.
Yeah.
But have been since dug up, and I'm not sure doesn't fit with obviously it doesn't fit with the Disney.
I mean,
Yeah.
they were
the
they were
image.
like dark.
Damn, it was
Dang,
Turn
Shane.
that. Just turn it down. They're like dark humor jokes.
I mean, there were bad jokes.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
James Gunn comes from the indie world where he was a very provocative filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You know,
considered himself
everybody knew he
the
made those
premier
jokes
provocateur.
way before he became the Guardians of the Galaxy director.
Yeah.
I never knew about him at all.
And I'm not saying like those
Oh, they
tweets were
They were 10 years old.
they were pretty old, and there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot.
there were
of them.
several.
I was kind of surprised to read him.
I mean, none of them were funny.
The thing
but I don't punish bad comedy. I mean, I don't. It's not like he was like
You punished
I
me.
touch kids.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, he had some things. I mean, they were all jokes. He
Yeah.
had some things that like said about like boys and things
Yeah,
like that.
but I mean, he wasn't like in support of that or anything.
no, I don't
you know?
think so.
It was just a bad joke.
The other thing
Yeah.
I had read was that he had apologized for them back then, and he also had deleted them, and they had been found by like someone diving into like Twitter archives.
Well, he's a critic of President
from-
Trump, and he was going in and saying about people that had said stuff, and like, well, you should be forgiven for that,
Oh, he
Yeah.
said that?
Yeah, so somebody went and
Oh.
found all the stuff that he did,
Yeah.
and he was,
He
and
shouldn't have said that.
He shouldn't have. I mean,
And
you just gotta stay off the fucking Twitter sometimes.
well, I mean,
you know,
and a good lesson for everyone, like anything you ever post on the internet is there forever.
Yeah.
Who said it? The internet is written in ink.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, just, we get comments all the time about shit that, is negative or something. You could easily go in there and write back and fight and squabble, but it's just not worth it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
No.
on something like Twitter. Because Twitter, like, while I think it's a good social media hub and you can get information out quick and stuff, it just, like, you can create these echo chambers that just
They're
go
very
crazy,
inflammatory.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, I understand Disney doing it. I personally, if they gave me the decision, I'd be like, no.
Well, I mean, I'd understand like if they felt compelled, like we have to handle it somehow. It's just maybe.
It's Disney.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is have them like some kind of suspension, some kind of like warning, some kind of like.
Well,
public-
but I mean, it all happened before he ever worked. with
That's
them.
the thing. Like, for
Well,
me,
I know, but if they felt like they had to do something, then they should have given them some kind of public, like, all right, we don't support this. Like, this is what we're gonna do,
I mean,
and it's not. That doesn't involve him
Yeah.
getting fired at all.
I think maybe some kind of public, like, thing where you like acknowledge that people can change and we should forgive people for because
Yeah.
James
Yeah.
Gunn, like,
It's-
he says, like, his release that he had, it was perfectly written where he's like, that's not who I feel like I am anymore. I'm not, like,
I'm not saying I didn't do it.
I definitely did it. I'm ashamed that I did it. Like, he totally owed up for it, and he said, like, I understand Disney doing what they did. That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense to me and stuff like that. So, but I mean, all the actors and everybody that's around him are really supporting him.
Yeah, and I mean, humor and I feel like art in general, like, you can't make strides unless you push limits. And
Exactly.
and sometimes you go down the wrong road,
I mean,
but you shouldn't be punished for that either.
Patrice O'Neill was one of the world's greatest comedians, right? And there's a video you can see where they brought him into the news show, and then there was a person there, a critic of comedy, saying, like, here's the things you can't say, here are the things you can't say. And
Yeah.
he's like, you can say anything. Because what's funny and what's not funny, it's pizza's here. What's funny and what's
Pizza.
not funny
You got pizza?
generally comes from the same place.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're trying to imagine something, you're trying to bring up something, you're trying to be provocative, you're trying to be something like that, Like, if I have if Aaron, who often has a bad joke, but sometimes he has an amazing joke,
Sometimes.
those come from the same place.
It's true.
It's just that sometimes they just suck.
Sometimes
Yeah,
they
yeah.
hit.
It came from a
Sometimes-
place of-
Sometimes they hit. Sometimes they hit harder.
Yes, exactly.
And like, the thing about Twitter is you lose inflection, you lose body language.
Exactly.
And it's tough to see intent in text.
Well, yeah. When I just read these, what do you think of these? Like, if I just read, like, what do you think of this? Like, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
L-
But yeah, there's no context.
Like if someone, if a prosecutor at trial is reading that out, that's a very different thing than if Jerry Seinfeld is up on a stage saying those same
Exactly.
words.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Like it's
So Twitter's not a good place to do that.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately.
And companies are much more likely to jump towards like pushing themselves away from somebody who's in a bad spotlight to save face, rather than trying to be like, well, we're gonna, here's what we're doing. Here's
I don't think
Stance.
Disney was wrong
No, I'm not
doing
saying they're
what
wrong
they did.
either.
I wouldn't have done that.
They can hire and fire whoever they want for whatever reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well,
you
their
can't say
primary-
it's wrong. I just
Their primary market is kids, and if they kept James on and Guardians came out, you're going to get interviewers that are going to be asking questions like, so tell us about
Yeah, exactly.
that controversy you had. So
yeah, it's really a shitty situation.
it's just
Well-
a damn shame.
And the other thing too is like if you try to push it in a positive spin, like you're still gonna get publicity for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a tricky slope. At the same time
It's-
though, like
yeah.
would everybody that's going to see that movie know about that stuff?
No.
Probably
but I mean,
not.
it's just the
but
world
there's
we
a
live in,
there's a
man.
big group of people that would
Yeah.
be like, well, this is terrible, and I'm not gonna go see it.
It's just
So
when it comes
you're trying to
Yeah,
find
I-
the best you can.
Yeah, I mean, we get this conversation a lot when it comes to the WWE Hall of Fame, and like recently Hulk Hogan's been reinstated, even though he made some
Yeah.
racist comments.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people bring up Jody
Yay.
Chyna, who did porn after her WWE
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
It's like if she hadn't done that, she would be in the Hall of Fame. But do you want something that's geared towards kids? Like, do you want
Sure.
that person
I get you.
doing those kind of things? It's
Yeah,
hard to say.
I get it too. So it's like Roseanne, like she said that shit.
Yeah.
Like, about Obama and someone else, and like I think John Goodman or someone saying, "Oh, she's a comedian." Like I'm sure, like I know she's not racist, but you don't put that shit on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just gotta be.
And the rebooted Roseanne, I fucking loved.
You just
And the
gotta
old
be,
show, what I watched it, I loved.
I think the moral of all of it is just like you need to be careful what you're saying, and don't forget that
Well,
on the internet it doesn't go away.
You got to be careful about what you're saying, in what context you're saying, and who you're saying it to. Like, if you're saying it on Twitter, you're saying it to the entire world.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we,
And you're saying
our
it in
group,
text.
Blind Wave, like, together, we've said some shitty, dark, terrible, out of context, but so funny in the moment things.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I wouldn't want to lose that. But I wouldn't put that on Twitter. I wouldn't
Sure.
put that on, like, sometimes it goes on YouTube,
We don't even
But
put some
it's-
of that stuff in the reactions sometimes.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Sometimes it's like, that's funny, but let's not do that, you know?
You can't go that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to be sensitive to other people, but you also can't worry about offending everybody.
That's a
either,
big
you
thing.
know?
Like, should you worry? Like, be offended. Like, if you want to be offended, be offended.
Yeah, you're allowed to be offended.
Yeah. But there's also
It's
like,
not illegal to be offended, but
but it's also like, well, if you're so offended, I get fired. Then that
well,
sucks.
that's the thing, because it's not James Gunn isn't in trouble, legally or anything. He's not going to jail. It's Disney has absolute freedom to fire him. you
But
know?
yeah, and it's just such a different world now. Like there are no more bubbles,
Yeah.
It's not like you can avoid certain things by watching certain TV channels and not others. Like
Sure.
if you're on the internet, you're gonna get hit by stuff that offends you.
Oh
There's
yeah,
just no way to avoid it.
Definitely.
I mean,
guess.
when's the last time you guys were offended?
2 days ago.
Last week,
3 days ago. Someone said
last
something
week
pissed
at
me off.
podcast, Shane was using my Bulbasaur glass.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I was so. I feel like it was probably irrationally upset about it, and I was offended that he grabbed
Sure.
the only glass I use here. That's
It was
it.
like closer to the edge.
I mean, I hear things that are problematic, but I don't get personally offended anymore. I feel
I
like.
do, I guess, when people misconstrue my intent or what I'm thinking. Or
Sure.
Shane thinks this, or Shane doesn't know this. I'm like you fucking idiot. You don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that when I read comments. But sometimes I think, well, this fool doesn't know me, doesn't know what's going on.
Sure.
I don't
You
know
know.
that I'm offended, but I'm saddened by ignorance.
Yeah.
Of,
Sometimes they'll say really offensive things I laugh at.
Yeah.
like
I mean,
it's
there's
so
some-
funny. Like
Yeah.
like Eric's a fat fucking idiot, or Shane is
Who
such-
the fuck is that fat red fuck on the left?
yeah, I just laugh.
That ginger. I'm like, I don't have red hair.
yeah.
I have my beard
Sometimes it's funny, but sometimes
Yeah.
when I guess I don't know. When
But
they're-
it doesn't.
when they're personally insulting.
It's like impossible to insult me when it comes to that. You know?
yeah.
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 Or like Shane just really gotten fatter. Or like I was looking at
Yeah.
He was like, "That's true."
yeah. Like okay, I was looking at what the fuck was I looking at? Someone said, "Hey man, I just saw the ice bucket challenge, dude. Whoa, you look different."
What happened?
And then I started sitting 40 hours a week. But I remember I was looking at the comments, and one recently said, "Man, Shane's glory days," and it felt like a sad face. And I'm like, I kind of laughed at that.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
yeah, well, they're coming back, baby. They're coming back. Give me time.
But
You
I
want
think
some cheesy sticks?
No, thank you. I want some pizza, actually.
the impetus is more on a person that is offended because you control how you react and how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. This is a couple minutes late, but it was on our Discord, and I'll show it now. Oop. Can you?
This was on our Discord?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I saw this.
I've seen this.
This is amazing.
Front page of YouTube.
Is the volume
Our-
on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very quiet. At
It's
first.
very loud. It gets very loud.
Okay.
She opened the door.
Come on. So
Thank you.
The story is that she put on her door, "Hey, when you get here, I can't hear the knock. Will you scream, Shannon, your pizza is here?" So the guy walks
Don't
up,
ring
sees
the
it, and goes,
doorbell.
I thought it was like her husband.
No.
It's a pizza guy.
That's
It's
even
a literal
funnier.
pizza
No,
guy.
He goes up, sees the sign, he's like, "All right," and
All
he
right.
commits.
He
Man,
does,
wasn't
man.
that great?
That
Yeah.
man is good at his job.
It's like it was the person who posted it on YouTube. It was his little sister and his like stepbrother or something that were home, and they wrote on a note like, "My grandma's asleep upstairs, so don't ring the doorbell and don't knock,
Yeah,
but just
something
scream
like that. Yeah.
Just say, Shannon, your pizza's here," and he just screams. She opens the door before he starts saying, "Your pizza's here," and he still screams it.
Yeah.
Well, it's great.
While we're stuffing our faces, we'll go ahead and watch this as well here. This is
Okay.
from our boy Cobb.
Cobb,
He has done a
Cobb.
shit Rick says.
Oh, you got one.
I did.
Before Aaron and Cal.
I know.
Well, no, he's going in order of how we sit.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
So
Here-
there better be that black sales quote in there.
I
Here we
hope
go.
he doesn't quote me on that that one time in Arrow.
In the Q&A?
About the cow.
Oh, that was
Oh
good.
my god.
That's pretty deep. He probably doesn't know what you're talking about. Now he's gonna go look for it.
Now he is. All right, here we
It
go.
was in a Q&A, I think.
That was my worst
Yeah,
thing
that was a
that
Q&A.
I think I ever said that went onto a reaction that I was afraid people would get offended and mad about.
All right, volume's all the way up.
I'm here. I'm Shane. I'm Calvin. I'm Aaron. Rick. Yeah, no, Rick. No, get out of here. Just us. You doing? Don't form members blind ways.
That was so long ago.
That was the first episode of... Yeah.
We're working. I'm going this tits like Wild Wild West. What's this about? Something about superheroes and kids and high school. Doing? Rick really wants to be in this. Ouch. That happened to me once, but it was about a 1,500-pound cow. Luckily, the mud was soft.
Happened to me.
My foot was so pissed. Eric stepped on my foot. You never got one reaction. Calvin and Rick. Yeah, Rick reacts. Rick reaction. Look at him. There, God, keep winning.
Yes.
Look at Rose go. All right, spoke too soon. Take a vote. I say yes. No. No. Rick. Yes. Shit.
The only one I'm sad he missed was the very first DCC. Where Calvin was like, "We need a bigger fucking table. You need bigger fucking biceps."
That was so good.
That might have been one of the best. I think it might have been the best one.
That was pretty good. I liked it.
Thank you so much, Cobb. I love it.
What was the last one before the roach?
Oh, during The Witcher?
No, before the roach. It was like Black Sails, maybe.
It was how dare God
Keep wind from these men.
that was the quote that I was referring to. Good job, Cobb. I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Other kind of questions and stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, we've got some more stuff here.
I can't wait to see mine now.
Actually, I'm kind of curious to know if you guys have experienced this before, but I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about the call of the void. Are you guys familiar with that concept at all?
The Call of the Void?
There's now void elves in World of Warcraft. Is that
Okay. No, that's exactly what I meant.
There you go.
It's actually a French term originally. I can't remember the French, but basically what the idea is, you get to a super high place, and you look down, and you just have this instinctive urge to jump off.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
I had that at Grand Canyon.
I've had it as well. Have the rest of you guys had it?
Well, it's kind of similar to like when you're driving. You just think about, what if I just did this?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
go
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't call it instinctive urge. I would say I was more like a pondering. Like, man, I could just jump off right here.
I feel like I only had that driving thing one time, and that was in the dark times.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if I just did this?
I mean, it's not a matter of like being
Like-
depressed
No.
or like wanting to end things.
It's just one of those
Yeah.
random thoughts that'll fly into your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, listening to the podcast, they were talking. Miami of Ohio did a study about it, and yeah, it's not necessarily like a suicidal urge or anything like that. It's just sometimes when you're in situations, especially contradicting situations, where like you're in a very dangerous situation, but you know it's not dangerous.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there will just be sort of white noise in your mind, and like just random thoughts pop up that
Yeah.
like don't have necessarily any basis in anything, and can a lot of times be really disturbing, but they also don't tend to be tied with emotions. So like you'll have this very disturbing thought, but you won't be disturbed by it. And like later on, that makes you all the more disturbed because you're like, "What the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I thinking
No, I
of these
get you.
things?"
I mean, if anything, it's kind of like going over the options, where it's like, well, what can I do right here? Oh, I could jump off. Oh man, I'm not going to though. You
Yeah,
know?
right.
Yeah.
I don't know that I ever had the urge of like it'd be like being up on top of like our building, whatever, and looking down, and be like, I could
It's
jump.
not high. The building's not high enough.
Some
that what it
people,
is?
High
yeah,
enough.
Yeah, it's got to be much higher.
It's got to be like ridiculously
It's
high.
got to be deadly.
some people
I wouldn't
hear
call it
like
urge, I'd
actual
call it a pondering.
voices, which is why they call it the call of the void, because some people will hear like subconscious voices telling them to jump, kind of thing.
Weird.
Yeah, it's
We should just get in a plane and skydive. Then the voices are right.
God damn it! I missed. At first, I thought that was nothing in it, so I unscrewed it, and I realized there's water in it. I'm like, okay, I'll screw back in, and then you drink it faster than Tom Brady drank that beer on Jimmy Kimmel.
I drink it as fast as I possibly can.
Yeah.
it's not really an urge or a fear. It's just like a random thought that doesn't have a basis in anything.
Yeah.
One of the more disturbing examples that they gave was a new parent, a father would find himself just randomly thinking about like, what would my child feel if I stabbed him? And like, you know, he had no intention. He was never going to stab his child. It was just a random thought that popped into his mind.
Well, as a storyteller, sometimes I think of like these horrific situations, and I think what storytellers do is they kind of put themselves in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened if I did this?
Sure.
Like, how would people react? Okay, well, what happened if I did this, and how would my wife react?
Yeah.
That happens to me sometimes, and so I'm like, ugh, you know, it's weird.
Yeah. It's a weird sensation for anyone who's had that. And
What
yeah,
happened if I stabbed
I mean,
Aaron
I
in
can
the
just-
eye with a needle?
I can think about like, going down the
That's what he would
interstate
feel.
and going 80 miles an hour, and how, if you don't think about it, you're just driving, But like sometimes I would think about like if I just suddenly jerk just a little bit, like my tires might come off the back and I might start spinning out of control and I'm dead,
Yeah, I guess
But I don't do that. But you sit there and you're like,
I've had the same thing happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll actually give the podcast here. It was Endless Thread. The episode title was Call of the Void, which I thought was a really interesting listen.
That's the best name I could possibly think of for that thing that that's happened to everybody, except for Aaron.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it. I mean, the closest thing I can think of is like, I guess in the kid scenario, like I'd heard of different things like at ER and stuff. Melanie talking to me about things that have happened to kids and whatever, and like I'd be looking at a kid and like, I could never do that.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you look
Like
at your
how
children.
could someone do that to this? You
Sure.
know, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
whether it's hurting a kid or raping a kid or any of that kind of stuff is like how.
Well, I mean, just like, having experienced like abusive relationships and things like that, like how could you ever hit your wife? Like, it was something that was so close to me, but something that I just can't
What,
fathom,
Aaron?
kind of thing.
I thought you were gonna be looking at me when you said that one.
I purposely was like staring right here, not to make you think I was looking at you, and then you started laughing.
No. Whenever like Melanie and I we've had fights before and stuff, and we used to do karate together and stuff.
So they would get in
So
karate fucking
we-
fights.
Yeah, they get these epic
You think
fights.
Mr. and Mrs.
Everybody
Smith,
was
Like,
kung
their neighbors are
fu
like calls. Come over here, look
fighting.
at it. It's like kung fu in the woods, like they're on tree branches and shit.
That's it.
But obviously, if you are having trouble thoughts and feelings and have the urge to act on them, that's a very different kind of thing.
Yeah,
And you should call
definitely.
the suicide hotline. Which I'll go ahead and give that number because, you know,
It's a good number to have.
it can't get out there enough.
You put Aaron's number on there too.
Okay.
740-3
1-800-273-8255 in the U.S. Unfortunately,
Aaron's number.
I don't know of any others in
Oh,
any other
definitely wanna
countries.
call
But
I'm sorry. See, that's the kind of joke that you can say with friends.
What?
But not on
I
Twitter.
said, don't give them Aaron's number. They'll definitely want to kill themselves.
But you may offend somebody, Eric.
Did that offend you, Aaron?
I'm not offended.
Okay.
out of the group, who is the least person you care about offending?
Care about me.
Okay.
Um,
All equal?
Calvin. Maybe.
I don't care about offending anybody, but I think Calvin probably gets the most upset if he gets offended. I mean, it might be me, maybe.
I was gonna say it's one of you two.
But I can't pick me.
I
can't
feel like
pick
it's
me.
one of us.
I can't
two.
pick me if I'm me.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pick Cal.
It's one of you two doing it to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only
you
way it
both
happens.
get offended easily, and you both do different
What do
things.
you mean by that?
Well, I mean, Aaron gets heated and try to get in your face.
Sometimes like
Calvin tries to separate himself from a situation, for a long time, too long, too far. You know,
it's weird because sometimes like I feel like
he closes off. He shuts down. You
like I go at it, but a lot of times like by the end of whatever, like I don't care whatever's happening, but I'm in the moment, but I don't care. Sometimes like
you grow out of it. When
sometimes
you get
I'll
older.
be arguing it, like I'm so passionate about whatever it is, but I don't care in my mind. But I'm like, this is Saturday morning. I'm like, I gotta fight this.
I used to
know?
be like that for movies that I really loved. and
Were you in
people
the
hated them.
debate club?
No.
I was in
I
the
don't think
debate club in high school.
I don't. Did we ever have one?
Yeah, we did.
I was in the debate
I should have
club.
been in it.
At least that's what
Not
my parents
masturbate,
called it
debate.
when
When you
my
guys
sister and
argued?
I would fight incessantly.
Freshman,
all day.
sophomore, and junior year. I was
Every
in debate-
day.
I was in debate club. I was really good at debating some things. Some things we were given a subject and I didn't do it. I'm like, we're gonna debate this today. Shane and Heather are gonna debate this. I'm like, well, I didn't look it up. You know, and so some things we had to debate, like things that we believed in, things we didn't believe in. So can you argue for something that you don't even agree with? So we had to do that a lot.
Well,
I
so
knew
that's
that.
the point of the debate club.
Yeah.
Is how to debate, not
Yeah.
what you believe in.
But I mean, my problem is I just if I didn't care about it, I just didn't look it up. I didn't.
Sometimes
I
it's
didn't
easier.
research it, 'cause I didn't
Sometimes
care.
it's easier to debate things that you don't believe in because you're not emotionally invested in
Well,
it.
it's a good exercise to like try to remove any kind of biases that you have
Yeah.
too, because sometimes when you're researching that kind of thing, you'll come independently on something like, oh, well, that kind of changes the way I think about things. You know?
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I think they should bring rhetoric back into the curriculum. Because
Yeah.
you should be able to recognize when people are trying to use your emotions against you and how to
Yes.
give persuasive arguments. One day, once Blind Wave University opens.
No, because politicians
BWU. That'd be good.
politicians want to have
next
that
to Trump
edge on the
University.
common folk
No.
for a while longer.
We should have a university. That'd be so cool.
Well, we teach.
Everything.
Wasn't Casey Gossett in the
I
debate
can
club?
teach so much. I teach now.
Who?
Casey Gossett.
What about him?
Wasn't he in the debate club like at least his freshman year?
I don't remember.
What school did he go to though? He didn't go to Warren, did he?
He went to Warren.
I thought he moved.
He did,
Yeah.
eventually. No.
He went to Little Warren. He didn't go to Warren
He
High
went to
School.
Warren Junior High. I knew that. 8th grade he was there.
Yeah, but that wasn't at Warren High School.
Yeah.
Because I never met him at Warren. I think he went to Marietta or something.
You need to go to Marietta.
Fort Fry.
Would have hunted him out.
I don't remember.
Blind Wave University would have a course for jacking off taught by Shane, the Masturbate Club.
Debate club, not masturbate club.
No,
Debate Club.
how to be a masturbator. It's about fishing. Or trapping with Calvin.
Yeah.
He teaches that's great. You should teach a class about trapping. It's called How to Be a Masturbator.
I had a cousin who was dating
good.
a boy whose name was Master.
Oh, holy shit! What a great name.
It's a great name.
They may get married.
They did not.
Damn it.
No, she married someone
I
else.
wanna
She
marry
could have been
Uh,
Mrs. Master.
She married an army medic, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He was a really cool guy.
Name's
but,
not Master, but all right.
He had a stepfather
Maybe he's a master sergeant.
whose name he eventually took, his last name. His last name was Bates. I'm not making this up.
Really? Masturbates.
Master Bates.
Way to ruin that shit. There's a girl in my
Wait,
I
did
went
they
to high school with,
hyphenate?
Her name was
They should have hyphenated.
No, I mean his first name was Master. His last name was Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His first name and his
oh.
last name. Not his last name and his last name.
I thought you meant his
family name
Like
was
the
Master.
his name
first name he had
He'd
as
be like,
his last
excuse me,
name.
Calvin.
Sorry.
No,
He
you
took
had to
his
write them
stepdad's
I
last
understand.
name.
I just
Calvin.
misunderstood
No,
it.
his last name. Okay.
I understand.
There's this girl I graduated
He's
with.
offended now.
She was our
I'm
class
leaving.
president every year.
Yeah.
Gus dated her for like a year and a half. Her name was Rilla Harry. Rilla Harry.
She's
Rilla
Rilla Harry.
Rilla Harry.
Was she though?
Rilla.
No.
Harry.
Harry.
Rilla Harry.
No, she was not nicest girl in the world too. But Rilla Harry was her name. I remember Mr. Franklin in civics class. He was doing roll call like the first day. Rilla Harry? Harry? Rilla fucking Harry? That's what he said. And then like
Your school sounds like the worst.
Everybody's beating off all over the place.
No wonder people are jacking off because the teachers didn't even.
Well, Mr. Franklin actually, he was like this was like his second year, and he was like 24. But everyone loved him. He was like the funniest guy. If you cut class to go in his class, he wouldn't rat you out. All right, sit down, shut up, don't disturb me. He had this really dry, blunt humor that people just thought was funny.
Mr. Bradham,
What about?
right? It was a substitute teacher, Mr. Bradham.
I don't
He was like
remember.
he was kind of like that, very like.
Oh yeah.
dry.
Yeah.
We had,
Kinda like
we had a
didn't
guy,
really care.
Mr. Waybright. I know he subbed. Did you guys know him? I think
No.
he subbed the Warren too.
Mr. Who?
Waybright, Colonel Waybright. He was a colonel.
Mrs. Fox. Remember her?
Was she a fox?
She was our second grade teacher.
Yeah, but we had to call her Mrs. Fox because her actual last name was Fuchs.
Yeah.
And it was Mrs. Fox. But they didn't want second graders saying Mrs. Fox, Mrs. Fox.
You know, I saw a truck. Like I
Fuchs.
see these trucks, and it's spelled like that. And someone told me it's pronounced Fuchs or something like that.
Fuchs.
Like, I think
There's-
it's Fox.
It-
I think it was you who told me that.
No, I don't remember saying that.
Well, I
but
had this-
I've known about 3 different people, different families with that same spelling last name, and they all 3 pronounced it differently.
Yeah.
I've heard
like
Fox,
Fokker.
I've heard Fuchs, and I've heard Fuchs.
Right.
So it's all German. They
Isn't
came
there
over here.
a house
and they-
out towards your place that has like a pond and they have like a giant sign that just says "fucks," or am I thinking of somewhere else?
like the actual word "fucks" or
Yeah, like the
family
last name. But it's just a giant sign that says "fucks."
You're not gonna.
I don't
forget
think
that,
so.
So no.
Dude, if my last name was
You're like,
Fuck,
you don't have to think, Calvin.
I'm just trying to remember if anywhere around.
fucking house.
I
you know?
can't remember like
Like a
you know
pond.
what state it might have been or anything like that. It could have been my parents' house for all I remember. But
Okay.
I have trouble,
There's a lot of them around here. There's
I-
a lot of families around here.
I have trouble with
A lot of
directions.
Germans.
I do know that I went to prom with a girl
False.
Who's-
No, I'm just kidding.
whose last name before it got changed to Ellis Island was Hitler. It got changed to Hot.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh
There's a
damn.
lot of them like that.
Yeah.
Fucking little Hitlers running around.
Rick, I don't remember you at prom.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
He went to.
It's like
Was it
30
homecoming?
years ago,
Was it
right?
homecoming?
There was a chocolate fountain. There was
was a
a
chocolate
horse and buggy.
Don't remember no horse and buggy.
Yeah, the
I
one
just
on the
had
parking
I remember
lot.
chocolate fountain. I remember no horse and buggy.
You were probably
there was
preoccupied.
terrible music. There was no Bob Dylan
I'm assuming,
all night.
I'm assuming it was
Oh
the
my
senior prom because
gosh,
you probably didn't go
Rick.
to your junior prom.
No, I just went to the one that I had to.
You don't have to go to either one. It's
I
not like
had
a,
to.
It's not like a prerequisite.
Yeah, you're saying this girl paid him that much money. He had to go.
I remember being there with like Rory.
I took her
and,
to the
like,
Lafayette,
Melanie.
the gun room for.
Oh, nice.
You probably just forgot it, and it was like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
It's
How old are
true.
you?
Huh? I don't know, 18 then.
I'll be
18 then.
30 years old.
I
in 2
remember
months.
dancing
Yeah.
to
That's it.
Funk Soul Brother, and like there were people around me. And I never ever happening before. It was fun.
I remember
I was the star.
Really good song.
I remember junior year, the girl I wanted to take, who she said she'd go with me, because the girl I was like crazy for, she took like the most popular guy in my school. I remember thinking I gotta take the hottest girl I fucking can to make her feel like shit, because we were talking on and off, and the girl who said yes, like 2 weeks before, backed out and said I want to, she got back with a boyfriend. I kind of understood, but I was like, God damn it. So I went and found the hottest girl I could, which is the girl you guys graduated with.
I know who she is. Yeah.
But I couldn't dance. So it's funny because I'm friends with her now, and and we always joke that she had this terrible time, but we had a fun time before and a fun time after.
When did
It
we
just- it
spend
was-
like a couple days teaching you to dance, or
Senior year.
teaching you to fake dance?
It was senior year.
I remember
we
doing
had a
that.
room in a Thursday house, and Stetson and you.
Yeah, we were like trying to teach Shane how to feel a beat and dance.
Yeah.
and then he
He
couldn't feel a beat.
still
so,
can't
all right,
feel
just-
a dance.
So we taught him like we choreographed like you would a lightsaber
yeah.
fight these moves. And he just did that. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, I can dance. I can dance. I can do these moves. I just can't feel a fucking beat, But what's
Off
fun?
beat.
It was.
It's always offbeat.
What's funny is this girl. She remembers "Jump On It" came on which I'm a big Fresh Prince.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You
And
get
I
that.
just did that perfectly because I've done it a million times.
Yeah.
You can feel it being. Look, I'm like, that's the only song, baby. It's the only song. You know what I mean? So she's like, I thought you were just this Filipino guy who could fucking dance. I'm like, no, I can't. Failure. Yeah.
We also had an 8th grade prom. I don't think Aaron knows this story.
You didn't get invited.
You banged your girlfriend.
I fucked Aaron for 8th grade prom.
Huh? I don't remember
Whoa.
this story at
I
all.
love this. I mean,
That was
get,
you.
like-
It was dark. That was your finger in my asshole.
Because I remember, like, it was announced or something like that. I'm pretty sure you came to me and said that you were going to ask Jessica to the prom.
Possibly.
And as soon as he said that, my mom worked as a secretary. So, like, his mom took him home or whatever. And I, that same day, went into, like, the files and stuff, found her phone number,
You son of a bitch.
called her, and asked her before he had a chance to.
Jeez.
It could have been Jessica.
That gets
I
you
feel
back
like
for the
we
the
just
time that
converted
you
to the
stole all
Jessica
those
who?
resources from him in that game.
Looking back to it now, I feel like it would have been Heather over Jessica.
Well, I definitely went with Jessica.
Yeah, I know you did. I didn't go with anyone from my grade. I went with someone from like 7th grade.
Yeah.
ooh, you went down one?
I had to. Like, we only had like 5 girls in our class.
Because I called them all, and
He takes them all. Like a boy meets. He walks in, they're all in his arm. Get that smile. That shitty mustache he used to have.
We had like
That porn stash?
we had like 15 kids, and it was like a 10-to-5 ratio of girls to guys.
Yep.
Like we had Jill, Heather, Jessica, Danica,
Jesse.
and Jesse.
Yep.
And that was like it. And then like sometimes we had like other girls kind of coming in and out, but those are like the 5 that we had the whole time.
Katana with the cat eyes.
Yeah, there was a Tracy. There was
when,
and
it's,
there was-
when there's less girls, it's actually matriarchal because they control everything more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then we had like 10 boys. And then like our class was mainly those 15, but like we kind of went up down, and down from 20 down to 15 and stuff. So, but yeah,
There's-
there weren't
yeah.
very many girls.
Well, I went to St.
And
Mary's.
Aaron was always way more interested in that kind of stuff than I was. So,
Girls?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I
remember-
think I just did it to fuck him.
Probably. I remember there was one that was
And it's too late. We made him a full Bowie member.
can't do anything about
You
it.
can't do anything about
He's
it.
in Frosty too.
He's got the votes, baby.
I'll finally call us even on the whole battlescope thing.
Oh, okay. All right. We're even.
What are you gonna say, Aaron?
No, I was gonna say there was one girl that Zach was dating, and I found out like after that like Zach and her like broke up because she was kind of interested in me,
Oh yeah.
but I never found out. And, like we went to high school and stuff, and I never knew. And he told me like senior year.
Who
I'm
was
like,
it?
What? It was like I guess it was Zach and Heather.
God damn.
And I was like,
Heather
what?
Hot?
No, that not at Bartlett.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But no, I was like, what? Why didn't you ever tell me this? Like, I just never thought about it, I guess. I'm like, damn it. I don't know if they necessarily broke up because of,
Sure.
but I know that he had told me that like senior year, and like it had been like 3 or 4 years since they had been together. I was like, well, damn.
Might have something to do with his jail stint as well.
I mean, it's weird to
God.
think of all the things you didn't do because you were scared. Like,
Yeah, right.
it normally didn't happen to me. It happened a couple times. I remember one time, Kylie Pieter, I think was her name. I went up there in study hall, just walked to everybody and said, hey, I'm Shane. What's your name? And just Kylie. And I was acting all confident. She shot me down, okay? Kind of made me I think she was trying to make me feel like an idiot. It didn't really work. But I remember in class, it's actually Mr. Franklin class, the asshole guy. This fucking senior guy, this big West Side kid, always, he thought he was tough. He went up, I heard you got shot down, and tried to make fun of me. And Mr. Franklin was like, at least he had the balls to do it. What do? You just walk around and fight people. That's what he said to him. You walk around and start fights with people. What do you do? That's what he said. So he stuck up for me. And then it got around that I was brave. Yeah. I mean,
That's cool.
so I normally wasn't scared to do that stuff. What was weird is like the relationships I didn't take far enough because I was scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's for me it was kind of like, oh man, I could have done this, I could have done that. So
No.
No, okay.
You gonna slap him?
You're
No, I
staring
was
at
like,
him.
your pizza's hitting the mic and like touching it and stuff. I was like, do that, and you're like, you give it to me. I'm like, I don't want it. I'm making the pizza off the equipment.
It was just the crust that was touching it a little bit right there.
I was like, all right, shit, here, Eric. You can have this pizza.
It's like, I'm
I
taking
went- I
too
went,
long.
I have my own pizza. I went,
I thought you wanted it.
you were like,
It's got more cheese on it.
All right, God.
oh
That's
my
so
god,
funny.
that's hilarious. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Prom.
Prom and
Prom?
girls and.
Talking about
I remember
prom,
asking
girls.
There was a girl named Danielle that I asked to prom. She was the only one I remember ever.
She on the wrestling team?
No, that was Heather. Heather Hot.
Oh, okay.
But no, Danielle. She turned me down because she was going with Ryan.
Daniel Gossett?
No.
Sorry.
Shit. You don't know anybody. But no, like that's the only time I really remember being like turned down. Like, but that was. She said it was because she was going with someone else.
I've never been turned down, but that's because I've always chosen my marks correctly. I always knew they were going to say yes by the time it happened. You know?
Oh yeah. I'll show you when you go for under your weight class. Make sure.
No.
I'll fucking ask this girl. You know what I mean?
I just knew, like, you know, I mean, I didn't ask a lot of people out, but the
Yeah.
ones I did would usually say yes.
You
But
made
it's
sure.
usually because it was like, I know it's gonna happen. I know that
Yeah.
it would, you know, be a good thing. I'm not gonna go with someone I don't know.
When I
You're
was
like, I like you.
when I was
You
a
should
fresh,
go out with me.
yeah,
Why are you
I
talking
get
like Batman?
That's what you sound like.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
when I was a freshman, I got turned because I was always going for these juniors and senior girls because I just kind of thought I was a hot shot. I got turned out a lot then.
Yeah.
But then my senior year, a girl actually asked me to prom. A senior girl, I went. Sophomore year it didn't happen. So sophomore year's kind of this stain on my record. You know,
I never really, like,
I got kicked off the track team that year too. I hated sophomore year.
ask out any girls until I started working at the help desk.
So that one
Yeah.
guy dumped you.
And Robert was like, you need to start talking to girls or I will fire you.
Rob was
I like Robert.
Rob was a
Rob
good
was
man.
he's a hell of a guy. I like Robert a
Hating
lot.
your
He was a
mic
good
so
man.
much.
That's where I met Mag. So
Yep.
It all worked out.
I'm going to tell you guys a story. When Rick started, when he hit puberty, when he's 20 years old,
Yeah.
he started coming to me to talk to girls. So we'd go to the mall, and we'd try all these different things for him. And Rick he would do these things
I would.
normally. But
It
he'd
was
be,
some of the worst times of my life.
well, I mean, I'm like, Rick, give me $20. Like, all right, you can have this back when you get 5 girls' numbers. And he'd go to the girl, hey, my friend gave me, he has $20. He took it from me.
Just tell him.
Yeah. And he'd be like,
Please help me out. I need my money.
Yeah, I will not call you. I will not talk to you. This is the last time you ever see me. And he takes it. He's completely.
Is that what you did?
I mean, I'm exaggerating a little
That'd
bit,
be
but it's
so
this really
great.
robotic transaction. I guess it reminds me of Sherlock, like
That's so
like
funny.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so fucking funny.
I'm gonna call
So
you. I'm gonna text you.
This is the last time.
you know,
ever
and
see
I
me.
always
we
like,
talked to a lot of
good day.
girls,
Shane would have these laws, and I always followed the letter of the law, but not the spirit of the law.
Yeah.
Sure.
pretty much. I mean, yeah. So, but like Rick would just, because one thing I would say, like if you see a girl, mentally, what would help if you attract her, you should go up and talk to her right away before you talk yourself out of it. You'd be like,
Yeah, before you hype it
walk
up.
away. My name's Rick. I would just be like,
What? My name's Rick. Hey, he does that smile.
that one.
and then
smile.
like the girl we
so
ended up
good.
marrying was a girl who saw him, asked him out, and did all the heavy lifting in the beginning of the relationship.
Yep.
And another source funny is the spot I showed you that we used to fish at. That's where you proposed
Yeah,
to her.
that's where I proposed.
And who was it? No,
I smirked
didn't
away from
okay in that same spot. Was it your wedding rings or your wedding rings that were on a carbon fiber?
Oh, it was mine.
We
It was
were-
my ring.
We
Yeah,
were
excuse me, I
down.
burped.
We were down doing AVR Advent down
Yes.
at the boathouse.
I don't hear
What?
that shit.
How
Just
did
talk
that?
about
How
you-
did that
And-
happen?
and-
God.
Was it your ring?
I thought we were in a parking lot practicing for
No,
AVR
no,
Advent.
it was your ring.
It was my ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
Okay.
I found it.
Yeah. Well, you found it. We had put it
What happened is it
on,
hit.
on a lightsaber carbon fiber rod
For safety.
to hold it there while we were doing our fight stuff, whatever. And then Rick, I think it was, walked over
Just
and
picked it up and-
spun it.
I
Just
did.
picked it up and spun it like a saber.
And
you
it just
know?
goes like into the sky, into the night.
And all you hear is.
For like,
he
and
was
I'm
like-
telling you, it was like a 30 seconds.
It was a long
Like
time.
that thing is made to. That's like made to launch rings, like at the Olympics or something. But it's
Yeah.
how good that thing.
Yeah.
But
launched
you
it.
hear, and Rick's like, "What was that?" I'm like, "My ring."
And we're like, we're like staring at each other. I mean, I'm telling you, it was like 30 seconds.
I remember
I'm
being
like-
like, we're never gonna find
I'm like,
that.
God, it's gone. And then you hear, "Dunk."
Like, ding, and it was real close. Like, luckily, it was really close.
Yeah.
It had to have gone almost straight up
It could have launched it like 2
and
blocks.
back down.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's terrible.
Oh man, I completely blanked, and now it's
I don't
just
know.
flooding back to me.
Yep.
I don't know why I remembered that, but yeah.
I can remember that feeling of like clenching your butt cheek, listening so hard.
Yeah. we were
It's
so
just such
lost.
a great sound. It was just like
It was.
And we're just like,
It was like fucking Wolverine, like chink.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. I don't know.
My name's Rick.
What are we talking about?
Fucking taking Rick to go get some girls.
My friend took $20 off me. Will you marry me, please? He'll give it back then.
Well, I remember when like Calvin, when him and I think we wanted to go find a girl one night at the college or something. But what happened was I was with you. We were in a parking lot. I'm like, we'll just go walk around these dorms, and usually, like kids just keep their doors open. You just walk in and say, hey, I got some beer. You want some beer? And just talk. Like in high school, we'd rip the door open for the Marietta College because it's magnetic. You need a card key, so we just rip it open.
Just pull it really hard.
Yeah,
and
and
it'll open.
walk in and just snake the hallways for like an hour until we find some chick or just some dudes to hang out with. We play games and they would bring girls, right? I went with Calvin, and I remember we went in a parking lot, and this was you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, making sure. And,
Yeah, it was me.
And these kids came out. They parked there. They had all these groceries. Like, hey,
Yeah.
where are you going? I'm going to this dorm. Oh, so are we. You want help? So we helped these kids carry their groceries
Yeah.
to the dorm. We hung out in there for a while.
Yeah, that
I
was
think that
fun.
night it was kind of a dry night, but we ended up talking and hanging
Yeah.
out with all these like 22-year-old college kids.
Yeah,
I was,
we were
I was like
down there.
25. You were
I was
like,
about that same age.
Yeah, you were about the same age.
22, 23.
Yeah.
We hung out in
I remember-
like, the student lounge on the ground floor, and there were people playing ping pong, and we got a couple slices of pizza and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
well, I remember when we went, like when I first said, hey, where are you guys going? Going to this dorm. I said, okay, we are too. You want help with your groceries? You looked at me like, oh my God, we're rebels. You know what I mean? This time, this boy, he was new to civilization.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's ever done anything like that before.
It's like
Because
Encino
at
Man.
first you were like, you are lying to these people. And I'm like, Calvin, you don't know half of it, brother.
I remember saying that.
You ever see that movie Encino Man?
It's immoral, Shane. It's immoral. I'm
No,
like,
I didn't say it like that.
I know, but it was like that. It's like, this is so immoral. We get so busted. It was cool, man.
But like thinking back, I missed so many opportunities had I wanted them,
Yeah.
because one of the ones I can remember when I was working at Washington State, like I was a programmer. I knew someone that was going to Marietta College taking programming classes and wanted me to tutor her. I was like, okay, I'll come to Marietta College and like tutor you or do whatever. She was like, no, I want to do it at your place, and like she came over to my place.
I thought you were like, that's ridiculous. There's so many academic revenues over at the.
You tutor her, and it's like straight up and just.
I tutored her in programming. She left, nothing happened. But like looking back, I could tell like, oh,
She was
You're
disappointed.
like George Costanza in that car.
don't say.
Coffee? Do you spend the night? You know what I mean? When coffee is a coffee. Coffee is sex.
I'm just like writing in my head all these scenes where it's just like overtly
yeah.
sexual, and Rick's like, well, actually, I mean, you can go to the command prompt and do this, and that solves no problem. And she's
Yeah.
like,
Are you hard coding?
how hard is your coding? It's not that hard. I mean, it's actually really simple.
She's
Yeah,
rolling her eyes.
Do you do it from the bottom up?
How big is
Once
it?
you're
Not as
able
big
to
as my
start
Pokemon
thinking like
collection.
a computer, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Thinking like a computer. Yeah, for instance,
Remember when
computers
George
don't need
was like,
sex.
"You wanna come for some coffee?" Or was that Jerry? Which one was it? In Seinfeld. It's like, you want to come up for some coffee?
It was
Yeah.
George,
Yeah,
right?
it was George.
Yeah.
They
He's
just
like,
mentioned
"Yeah."
that. Yeah.
Is that
Eric,
what
you
you just
pulled a
said?
shame.
I do it all the time. So no big deal.
I'm deaf.
I
Not on that side.
Not on that side.
It works psychologically.
I did say it. I did say it's a Rick. You know.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess.
I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention.
That's happens to be all the time.
What's next?
What's next?
It's
We only got about 5 minutes
4:54.
till
We don't have much
5.
time left, so we might want to be.
We can go like a minute over since we were 15 minutes
I
late.
guess that's true. We were late, weren't we?
We were a little late.
It wasn't C++. It was D++.
That's not even a language.
No, it's
Shut the fuck up, Eric.
Like, what are you? Like, what are you studying? She sends a D with equal signs. And the little
D equals
capital
equals.
It's like D equal. That's not a programming
Yeah.
language.
That doesn't
Like-
equate.
Like number 8 equals capital D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, if anyone has any questions in chat, be sure
That's
to
it,
hit us
Daniel.
up.
That's
Yep.
the programming language she wanted to learn.
Oh, Eric wanted me to show this video.
You don't have to, but it's a good.
So
video.
good.
Wait, is this
I
gonna be
love
like
it,
the last
though.
video
Wait.
you wanted to show?
I was gonna say.
No, it's pretty good.
There's only
Okay.
2 dicks in this one.
Do they get shot?
Not enough. Not enough.
Let me find it.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
It's professional wrestling, so of course I'm going to show it.
Well, this is a Bill Burr
Funniest one.
talking.
Oh, there's no. Oh yeah. Okay.
Bill Burr's video.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
That you gotta see, and I'm gonna have a link to it. It's the great Antonio versus Antonio. I hope I say it right, so he doesn't come over and slap the shit out of me. Inaki, a Japanese guy. So the
Dang,
great
he has
Antonio.
a chain around his neck.
Yep.
It's this
Flavor
guy.
Flav.
I can't
Junkyard
even
dog.
describe what he looks like. He looks like a fucking troll with a page boy haircut, and he's just ridiculously fat, and he's wearing the ugliest mustard-colored yellow like sweatpants with these military boots on.
That's a perfect.
This is just
cut.
from
Just
memory
not a
with
good-looking
Bill Burr.
person. And he's wrestling this guy, Antonio Inaki, who's a Japanese guy who looks like a fucking movie star. You know, he's got the old school movie star chin. He's got
Look
the
at that guy's
Jack Lord
face.
Hawaii 5-0 fucking haircut.
Yeah.
He's in great shape. So they start fucking wrestling.
What
and,
the-
wrestling, and you know, the Japanese guy is being a fucking professional, and the great Antonio, who I guess had a reputation for not selling people's moves and being selfish in the ring, you know, the Japanese guy would punch him in his fat stomach and he wouldn't even move, and then the fat dude would keep like punching his stomach like it's hard as a rock, and people were laughing in the crowd. The fucking guy, like the Japanese guy, throws him off the fucking ropes, and the guy just sort of stops.
And this is
You know,
when
just
wrestling
to
was
sell the
real.
fucking move.
You
And
know.
the Japanese guy's looking at him like, what the fuck? And the crowd's laughing. You start seeing the Japanese dude looking at him like, dude,
I would
what the
kick him in
fuck?
his kneecap.
What?
So long story short, they get a few minutes into the round. The Japanese guy has been selling everything the fat fuck's doing. The fat fuck's making the Japanese guy look like an idiot. So fat fuck gets the Japanese guy against the ropes, and he's punching almost like the back of this guy's neck. Super fucking hard. And the guy takes like 3 of them
Jeez.
before he finally like blocks the 4th one. And then he just snaps like, dude, what? Like, fuck this. And he just stands up and just open hands slaps this fat fuck in the head as hard as you possibly can.
Oh.
And the fat page boy guy like turns his head. It's fucking phenomenal. And the Japanese guy's making those like, come on, let's fucking fight. And the fat fuck's still kind of like thinking he's just gonna take one. He slaps him in the fucking head again, then grabs his leg. Japanese dude just snaps, fucking throws him on his belly, boots him in the fucking head.
Jeez. Good. Good. It's just funny.
Whoa. So the fat fuck's crawling around like a dog. And the Japanese guy boots him in the head again.
Oh my God.
Jeez. He's like fucking planking. He's laying down. on
Good,
the ground.
I'm
The
so
Japanese
happy.
guy boots him in the head like another fucking 6 times. It's almost attempted murder. It was a bloody mess. They finally just called a match, and it was one of the
Look at that
great
blood.
pieces of justice I ever saw. I didn't feel bad for
That's
the
hard
guy
way.
at all when he was getting booted in the head. I
Fuck
was
no.
dying laughing. I saw how hard this fat fuck was punching this poor Japanese guy in the back of his head. And the guy was taking it like a pro, and then finally he was just like, what? Because it was like he was hitting it for real.
Yeah.
And he
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, he used to do this morning. I don't know if he still does. The Monday morning podcast. Just him sitting there talking.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have any reference footage or anything. He just talks. That's all in memory, you know. But he has so many great just monologues. He's
Yeah.
gonna be like the greatest old man.
Oh,
he
gosh,
is.
Yeah.
Like in 30 years, he's gonna be fucking just.
He's gonna be more bitter.
He's gonna be the best. I mean, he already is one of the greatest comedians just
Oh,
because he's just naturally funny. You know.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to be funny. He's just funny. He's got that Boston
Yeah.
dynamic to him. You know.
Gotta get some beef.
There's some really good Andre.
That's
I
not
know. It
him.
sounds exactly like him. Like Mark Wahlberg doesn't sound like him.
Yeah.
There's some really good Andre the Giant stories of him like teaching guys a lessons who didn't like pay him or the guys in the back like enough respect or whatever. Like he'd go out and do wrestling matches, and sometimes he'd just go out, like push the guy down and set on his back.
Yeah.
And the guy could do nothing.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's Andre the Giant,
Yeah.
sitting on your back.
Yeah.
And he'd just do that for like 10 minutes, just sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
And then he'd get up, he'd pin the guy, it'd be over, and the guy would be like, okay, I'm so sorry. Please,
Right?
please don't kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Andre the Giant doing this, and then like Hulk Hogan and Arnold Schwarzenegger hanging from his biceps.
It was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, that's who it
Kareem.
was. Yeah,
from
Kareem.
Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah,
Was he in Conan the Destroyer?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean,
basketball
yeah.
Yeah.
no,
The basketball
yeah, he's
player.
an actor as well. He's
I
also
didn't
an
either.
airplane.
Conan the
Oh, okay,
Destroyer.
An airplane when they're hitting everybody and stuff.
He's in the cockpit.
How tall was
Yeah.
Andre the Giant again?
I can look it up.
Like
He's
10 feet?
tall.
No, I think he was like
What is he, a mythical creature?
9'2"
I
or
was gonna
something
say,
like
he
that.
had to be like 90s,
He's
right?
10 feet's crazy.
It's crazy.
Sorry, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt
Okay.
Chamberlain.
I couldn't remember who
Wilt
the other
was
guy
good.
was, but they were like two big guys.
I got
One of them was
it.
definitely
It's
armed.
crazy, but 10
Andre the Giant is 7'4".
yeah.
7'4".
Was.
Okay.
I do Cream's up there.
He was immense.
But
though.
you know, taller, but also just so much bigger.
Yeah,
right.
He's not like tall and skinny like a basketball player. He's just
The tallest man who ever lived was 8 feet 11 inches.
yeah.
Was he in the movies?
No,
No.
he's just some dude.
Just some dude.
Look how tall he is.
You mean every tall
Look
person
at
like that you
his.
gotta put in the movies.
Look at this guy's suit.
Yep.
Whoa.
Looks like he's wearing. He's like he just. up
You
on
take that
stilts.
suit,
Can't see
make
it,
suits
but-
for
Turn
all
the
of us.
can't
turn the
see it
brightness
at
down.
No, I like the brightness.
I know you're a big fan of James Bond, Aaron. There's a little person
Nickname.
who played as James Bond in like
Like a little person
Oh.
production.
yeah.
Did they have their
No.
own movie? Did they have their own movie productions?
No.
What is his name? The movie I've seen with him is called For Your Height Only.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, his name is Wang Wang.
Wang Wang. Yeah.
Wang Wang?
Wang Wang.
Yeah. You need to check out those movies. They're amazing.
So it's a James
It's-
Bond movie, but with
So
little people.
is it a James
But
Bond
made
parody?
made in the Philippines
Yeah.
It-
Oh.
with a little person.
It's made to be a parody though, right?
No,
It's made to be serious.
It's meant to be
it's
but it's
serious.
called For Your Height Only.
For
Yes.
Your Height Only. Yeah,
It's- Okay.
it's great. You need to watch it.
All right.
I've
Careful
seen it
what
like
you
3
say
times.
about India.
I just what? India. I didn't say anything
Philippines.
about India.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter now.
What the fuck, Eric? Now you're the racist.
No, the Indian
They're all
thing
the
was from
same,
way
damn
earlier.
it.
Oh.
Now you're the one who assumed.
It's Wang Wang with ease, I believe.
Yes, it's pronounced Wang.
Yeah.
What do you mean Wang Wang with ease?
As in
It's spelled
W-E-N-G.
With
W-E-N-G,
ease.
but it's
Oh.
pronounced Wang.
I thought
Yeah.
like
Wang Wang.
E-A-S-E, like Wang Wang with ease. Like,
No.
easily. It's Wang Wang.
We have a question from Storm Boy. They want to know
Yes,
what Shane
Lenny.
thinks of the new trailer for the new TMNT cartoon, if you've seen it.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, I did see it. If what they're saying about the Ninja Turtles, Raphael and Leonardo basically having different personality swaps, I don't know. I'm not excited about it, but I'll watch it because Ninja Turtles. Of course, I'll give it a chance. In terms of like the trailer looks beautiful, like the animation looks great. It just like I'm a fan of preserving like their personalities. I think that's some of the stuff that like makes Ninja Turtles great.
Sorry.
So I don't get why. Yeah,
I think the animation looks good. I just don't like the art.
yeah.
just
That's
not my
I'm not in love with the art, but the anime it's gorgeous. It's crisp.
Is it the art that they're doing nowadays for cartoons? Like a lot of cartoons have this.
The Fairly Odd Parents style.
Yeah.
Art, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But
it's
of
like-
course I'll give it a chance. It's Ninja Turtles. I love Ninja Turtles. It's just this show might not be for me. You know. Well, we'll see.
I want to show Aaron some Wang Wang action here.
There we go.
Wait again.
Meatspin.com,
Be careful.
baby.
Oh, okay. Now, Eric tried to show some.
Oh, mute that. But yeah, this
What's
is a
it?
montage of action scenes with Wang
He's
Wang,
gonna fight
Okay.
those four guys.
who's playing James
Whoa.
Bond in the series of movies. It
He's
wasn't just
good,
one movie
though.
either.
Look at him.
What the hell?
But they are some of the most entertaining movies I've ever seen.
Oh no.
Hey, man, this guy's the star of the movie.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
A series of movies.
She's pretty.
Uh
Like, there's been interviews and stuff with him about, like, oh, were you feeling bad that people were making fun of you? And he was like, no, like, I got a wonderful living. Like,
Yeah.
you know, doing this stuff.
He's good, too.
he
Yeah.
is.
He moves.
What? The?
I mean, some of it is
He's
like,
just beating the shit out of that
That
woman.
is chick.
What the hell?
Oh!
Pillowcase.
It's
bigger than a pillowcase. Sorry, that's a sheet. I meant to say like bed sheet. I said pillowcase instead. I've jumped off a building with a pillowcase parachute before.
What?
It's a pillowcase.
The fuck?
That's
I think
better
he's
than the
jumping.
time that they rolled the car in.
Dude, that's
James
gotta be
Bond.
such a tiny, tiny motorcycle.
They had it suspended.
Yeah, it was so perfect.
This is.
That's an MP40.
That's a gun's bigger than him.
Yep.
Just climbing
Yep.
up. He's just mowing him
just another
down.
one.
Jeez Louise.
Just mowing him
Oh, you got
down,
the girl?
baby.
Bond girl.
The Bond girl.
Let me go over here.
Yay! Oh.
Woohoo!
Yay! Good job, Wayne.
He's got the moves, man.
He does, man.
He's got the top.
Jumping up on the hood of that car so he
See,
can kiss
grab
her.
that girl's hand and put it on his lap.
But yeah, he is awesome, and
Yeah.
I truly do enjoy those movies.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
A lot of fun.
Very interesting, Rick.
I watch the best movies. You guys always question my taste,
Yeah, I do. I still do.
and now you've been proven wrong.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's exactly
There's
what I
so
was
many
thinking.
people. What am I watching?
I just love, like, Calvin, you've removed your filter through reactions, and you're just watching it. You're like, it's a pillowcase! It's a pillowcase! It's just so funny to me.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. All right, it's about 6 minutes past. I guess we'll go ahead and read out some shout-outs as well as any redemptions we have. We're going to go see
It's like that.
Mission Impossible tonight.
Yep.
We'll have a review of that on the channel soon, so be sure to watch out for that.
Can't wait.
It's like when you said, "Oh man, she's fucking up that tree." I mean that plane. I don't know why I said tree.
I need to watch all the other Mission Impossibles.
It's good.
I've
Before
seen
tonight?
2, 3, I think.
I love 3.
I probably won't be there tonight.
J.J. Abrams did 3. It was real good.
I've seen them
JJ
all
did
but
3.
Rogue Nation.
I've seen one, and I think
What's the one in Dubai where he's climbing a fucking tallest building in the world?
Ghost Protocol.
Oh, man, that's good too.
Hell yes.
I'm going to kill her.
That's 3.
Is that
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Isn't that 2?
No, Philip Seymour Hoffman, that's 3.
I think I've
Really?
seen 1 and 2. 2 was the motorcycle thing, right? Where like
Yeah.
Find her.
2 was John Woo
I'm going to
directing.
kill her.
Yeah.
The way he talks.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
I've
what
seen
me,
1
you
and
and
2 for
Zach
sure.
saw that in theaters. We laughed at it, but he was actually
good. It was
He was
great.
actually in the movie. He's actually great.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Good old.
what does the grease stain look like as far as Pokemon?
Latias.
Huh?
Latias.
Okay. Hope
Okay.
that helps.
I don't know.
Read these shouts.
All right. Fomer Rack, I think is how you pronounce it, has subscribed.
Ooh,
Thank you, Fomrak.
Thank you so much.
Brother Tone has resubscribed.
Tone.
Tier 3.
13
Cannot
months.
wait to see you, my brother.
13 months. Excited for WaveCon. See you all in a week.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. So
Tone.
excited. So excited. Can't wait to see everybody.
Alex Italian, 400 bits. Got to head to work, but have a great podcast.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you,
Thank you
Alex.
for the bits.
And thank you for watching.
Garrick Lauren OW has resubscribed for 8 months. Almost Blind Way Baby.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
thank you.
Almost.
Top Screen, 100 bits.
Thank you, top screen.
Dip 602, 150 bits. Just wanted to say hi. Sorry can't stick around. I've been binging Black Sails with full length. It's been so much fun.
Dipset holla.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Dip.
It's great stuff. Katie from the UK,
Katie.
500 bits.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Watching you on the big screen this week, guys. Have a good time at WaveCon. Heart.
Thank you,
Sweet.
Katie.
Thank
we
you.
will.
Can't wait to see you also.
Jasmine Booth, 5 months subscription.
Jasmine, thank you.
Crumps has subscribed to us for the first time.
Oh, sweet crumbs.
Crumbs.
Awesome. Thank you.
Crumbs.
That girl named Jess gifted. Oh, I'm sorry. Brother Tone gifted that girl named Jess a subscription.
Oh,
Tone,
thank
nice
you,
for you.
Tone.
And welcome, Jess.
Drum Master, 100 bits.
Thank you, Drum Master.
Steffi Pumpkin, 100 bits. Stories about dicks and their functions, and you get paid for that. I want a podcast with the Blind Wave ladies so we can hear about hormones and stretch marks.
Okay.
I can deal with
Joy
some
doesn't have
stretch
any.
marks if you want.
Didn't have any stretch marks?
No.
Shane, can you talk about stretch marks?
Oh, I got stretch marks.
I use that cocoa butter.
What does that mean? You eat it?
Mickle, 100 bits. I second the podcast featuring a Blind Wave ladies.
That'd be fun.
Blind Wave Ladies.
Phantom Outcast has subscribed.
Thank you, Phantom.
Like just one Thursday we just had.
Oh, thank you, Phantom. I'm sorry. I was
None of us.
zoning
Yeah.
out.
We just we
Jancy
just
will
go
be
home
here
and
the week after WaveCon. Just have just the girls do a podcast.
That'd be cool.
we just go home and watch the children.
Yeah.
We just get on. I know they're lying.
Oh, we heckle them in chat? No.
I'm going to say I don't know.
That's mean.
Thank you.
Thank you. PC Gaming, 1500 bits.
Dang, PC.
Wow.
Thank you so much,
Gaming.
PC. Damn, yo.
I'm going to mess up this name. Let's see.
Damn it, Rick.
Uch Al Clan?
Thank you.
Uchaha Clan
Uchaha
has
Clan?
subscribed.
Thank you so much for your subscription.
However your name is pronounced.
I do not know.
Thank you.
But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, I have 2 subscriptions from him. One for Tier 1 and one for Tier 2. So I'm not sure if you did it twice or just changed it.
Did you upgrade?
But thank you
Already
very much.
downgrade.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic Swede has subscribed for 13 months.
Thank you, fantastic Swede.
Thank you.
Thank you.
PC Gaming gave another 500 bits.
Oh, thank
Dang.
you. Thank you so much.
I also like his avatar. It's Jack Rackham.
Nice.
Jack
Hell,
Rackham.
hell yeah.
Fuck you, Jack.
Jenny Teach, 75 bits. See you boys next week.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you
you,
for the
Jenny.
amazing potato chips.
Oh.
So good. Yeah.
I like the sucker.
Because you a sucker.
Try Teacher has subscribed.
Sounds like
I
really
think.
good.
And finally, Pro Reviews, 10 bits. Funny podcast. Good as always. Thanks.
Thank you for listening. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank
Yes,
you,
thank you,
everyone.
guys.
And finally, let's check
Bye.
a look at redemption. See how many times Aaron has to be slapped. Mickle wants Aaron to slap Shane for using his Bulbasaur cup.
Oh.
Thank you. I got it. I hit it downstairs so no one could see it.
Man. Oh.
It sounded moist. It was a
I
moist
think it
slap.
slipped.
Yeah.
My skin is so saturated with grease.
I feel like I hit here, but it just went.
Yeah.
You use the same hand?
Yeah, I did.
I don't have to oil my beard today.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Blind Away Podcast. If you're listening to it after the fact, be sure to catch it live Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most days we're a little late
Sometimes
today.
it's 3:10.
Sometimes. Thanks, guys, and see you next time.
Thank you,
Aaron, you
everybody.
weren't slapped.
Appreciate it.
You weren't slapped.
Hurry up and end this before it happens.
Come on, redeem real quick.
No,
Quick. Hurry up, guys.
God, thank you.